Thank you, vote number 1. Mr. Blue. Right here, thank you so much. After that, from the other, 10 points. From both. Steady, thank you, vote number 2. There we go. Hey, Luki. Okay, Chevy. For the other, 10 points. Hey, hold. Thank you.
Hey, good job. After the shot game.
What's that the answer? This is Swapna and Give up from the answer. Hey, hey, hold me. Smile for one. Smile for one. Smile for the other. See, Amy. Up. Me, Amy. Amy. See, Amy. Thank you very much.
Ja, ik zie het.
Maar haal het voor die boeken uit. Misschien als
Oké, zo is het. Hier is het fijn. Jinx it, but they're quite good on the Don't jinx it. Just go for the rest. Yeah.
Guys, just under 3 minutes, eh? 3 minutes.
When it's a picture, with that paper, I'll take a picture. One escape.
Laterals are your front, is it? Picture of Dwayne, but Dwayne is not looking this way.
Coach Muzwandi Listik and Captain Sia Kulisi, please raise your hands for questions.
I'm fine. I'm good, thank you. It's fractured. Nothing I can do. Nothing I can talk about. Yeah, I'm good. Trained the whole week, which gave me. That's all I needed to, because the doctor said it's all about how much pain you can take, and it can get worse, but it's gonna get fixed anyway. So it's good. It's as best as it can be.
Are you going to wear any protections?
No. No. They already know what's wrong, so there's no point of protecting it. Yeah.
As you said, you might look up, end up looking like Poha.
No comment.
Just going back to 2 years ago, after the last week case and ahead of the Aries practice, you had spoken about how you guys would not get carried away about what had happened. Is that the feeling at the moment? You're more worried of the All Blacks now, second time around? Yeah, for sure. But we spoke about that experience, and you can never be too comfortable when you play against the All Blacks, And we know they're going to be a desperate team. You've seen after they've lost against us at Bombela Stadium, they've managed to bounce back. That's the quality of a New Zealand team. If you're not at your best on the day, they'll put you away. And also a lesson that we can also learn from Argentina earlier in the championship. Argentina won the first game, and then the second game it was 40 points. So once again, they've got world-class players, and they're well coached side. So on a day, if you're not at your best, they will punish you. And also, more especially if you look at the changes they've got now in their team, and you look at that back three, you don't really want to give those guys some space and enough time to make decisions, because they will punish you. They're world-class players. So yes, we did learn from the past, and once again, you can never underestimate an All Blacks team. So, but once again, we've done everything in our power to make sure we're well prepared also for the game.
Sia, can you verbalize how much this means to you? Because obviously, as the doctor said, it's about how much pain you can take. Pain barrier is there. So, obviously, this is huge for you. Can you verbalize it?
No, it's huge for the team. It's not huge for me just alone. It's huge for the whole team. We are in a place that we've never been before. As this group in the Rugby Championship, we've never been in this position before, where we've always gone to Australia or won here against Argentina, and then go to Australia, lose against Argentina, and maybe get a win in New Zealand. So, and like the Freedom Cup is something that we only see it in pictures or when we walk past it. We've never been able to touch it, and it's big. And also coming back to Cape Town as well, playing here after so many years, and there's so much to play for. We can put ourselves in a very good position for the Rugby Championship. We can win the Freedom Cup, again. All the other stuff is, and it's not about me. If I wasn't okay, I wouldn't have played, wouldn't have changed anything for the group. I just really want to play the game. I wanted the opportunity, and the dog gave me the opportunity. But the whole look has been about the team, how much, it's what we've done to get here. And as Coach said last week, it's not being wary of the All Blacks. It's us also putting our front foot forward, because we didn't last week. We had to fight back to win the game. We can't do that this weekend. We have to make sure that we start the way the game they play. The players that they've picked for this weekend, they're clearly showing what they want to do. They want to run the ball, and what are we going to do? And that's what we're trying to focus on. What are we going to do as a team to make sure that we start far better than it was last week, and then we see how it looks after 60 minutes.
Sia, how reassuring is it to you have the youngsters, Apelele and Sasha running the track, the show last week, but now you can fall back on guys like Billy and Andre. Just how reassuring is that to the team going into this current match?
I think it's exactly. I think you all remember Coach Rassi was quite open when he first started with the first meeting we had. He said he wanted to win transformation in squad depth, and he said he can only do all the other two. You have to win first. And that's where we've been pushing this year. And he's open and honest with the team. And he speaks and he wants to give players opportunities to play. But it's the best way to do it now while you're winning. And the way that you can see Sasha and Fassi and them, they probably have like 4 or 5 games. But 3 of those games, one a game against the All Black, one game against Australia. And that's where you tested the most. And that's what we're trying to do. And it's so awesome that Sasha has been able to do that and run the team and control, and he's been the general. Fassi, he was in the group, he went away, and the coach was honest with him. He did everything that the coach asked him to do in the club level. Then he came here, got his opportunity, and you saw what he did last week. And everybody knows Fassi is not robbed, but the coach is trying to make sure that everybody gets a fair opportunity. But we as a group are so proud, guys that have been here for long and guys that are coming in, to see that whoever is put in, that's what you want as a group. If somebody falls, that nobody panics. That it doesn't matter who's coming in, and that's why I always say our biggest competition, our biggest pressure is within amongst each other, not the opposition. Because I know if I don't pitch up for 1 second, Marco van Staden will take his opportunity. But you won't see that when you see me and Marco. We're amazing people because we're good friends, because we know the team is the most important. But when I get my chance, I must take it with both. And when he gets his chance and he's playing, then I become Adisavia against him every single training because I want him to be special. So that's what we're trying to build as a group. And we are fortunate that the players that have been selected, we just respond the way that we do because we know me and what I want is not more important. The group is, because what I want, when I'm finished, I'll be gone. But at least I know I've given my best, and the next guy that's coming in is always going to be good and take it to the next level.
Rob?
See, last time you guys played here in Cape Town, you know, it was Evans 100 against Wales. It was an incredible atmosphere. Tomorrow, I'm sure there are going to be a lot more All Black supporters than there were Welsh at that time. But are you expecting a very similar type of crowd, you know, amazing atmosphere and just a great occasion?
Yes, I am. I am expecting a great occasion, and we you know, we want obviously as many South African supporters as but we respect everybody that's coming to watch. We've seen people that flew in from New Zealand, and I think Coach Rassie explained it in one interview. We have to respect everybody. You know, there's reasons behind everything, and it's nice that those stuff is explained to us. You know why it is like that, and we respect that, and we just want to go there and play as best as we can for everybody, because people pay to come and see us, and we're not only playing, and we want to people, you know, hopefully 1 or 2 people can turn after the game and support us again, but we have like no bad feelings, especially after things have been explained by people who lived during the time and things were, so we do understand that, and there was no hard feelings. As long as when we play someone else, they support us.
Coach, Sia speaks about the team not being in this position before. You know, how important do you think it is to not get too carried away and, you know, to keep a cool, calm head and get the job done?
Yeah. I think it's very important, and since the previous weeks you hear when we talk about we want to develop our game, we want to get better in how we do things. Remember, we've got a new personnel in our coaching staff, you know, so there are certain things that as a team we always want to build in our game, and it's clear and open that you can see even on attack how we operating under Tony Brown. You know, it's something that is totally different to what we normally used to in the past, and it's actually a nice challenge. And I know one thing for sure, coaching staff and the players, we're so excited with what the other coaches are bringing on the table in our system, so you can never relax, not when you play against the All Blacks. You know, and I think the key thing from my side, like Sia touched on it, we've never been in a position like this in the past, you know, where you've got a chance. You know how difficult it is to win that Freedom Cup away from the All Blacks, you know, because remember, you need to win 2 games to get it away from them, do you understand? So, yes, we've been doing well against them, you know, winning 1 game and then they win the 1 game and then they retain that Freedom Cup. It's a very special trophy, you know, and if you look at where we are as a country, for example, 30 years of democracy, I think that trophy speaks volumes into what we stand for as a Springbok team currently. So, yes, we spoke about it, and just once again, I know we haven't played a lot of games against the All Blacks here in Cape Town. The last one was in 2017, and now if you look at a team and what we stand for, I think the timing of bringing the game back into Cape Town, you know, like I said, once again, we respect people's opinion, but I know I've got friends that I grew up with, you know, that also used to tell me more about the All Blacks. But I know some of them now, they're in our corner, do you understand? So that's the best we can do. You know, we are given an opportunity to make a difference between the 4 lines as coaches and players, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. It's going to be a great vibe. It's going to be a great occasion. Once again, I think, Ross, you touched on the last game we played here against Wales. That was one of the special crowd vibe, you know, in Cape Town. So I know one thing for sure. We're playing at home. I know our people will be behind us. And we'll do everything in our powers to make sure that we at least give them a taste of that Freedom Cup.
Sia, the All Blacks have made a change to their back row. Keeper Blackadder is injured and Wallace Satiti comes in. What do you know about Wallace and what do you expect from him this weekend?
Yeah, you know, he plays for the Chiefs, right? And obviously, Blackadder is proper. He's got it reminds me of Peter Steph. Like he's everywhere in the field. He works really hard. I think with Satiti, I think it's also very young guy, and he's gonna get his opportunity. He's gonna throw himself in battle. He's gonna attack. But to have a guy like Sam Ken and Adisavia, I mean, who else would you who else would you want to be playing, you know, your cap with? And I think they will be in his ear the whole week, encouraging him. So I have no doubt that, you know, we're going to have a challenge in our hands, especially in the breakdown. It's going to be it was a challenge last week, but I think this week will be even more.
Rob? Have you asked already?
Just to see, from the outside looking in, it looks like something special is brewing with this group of Springboks. And, you know, you've almost been likened to that All Blacks team that dominated for over a decade, where they're winning games that they're not supposed to be winning. Will this game tomorrow be a stepping stone towards that promised land?
Well, I don't know what, like I don't know, for us it's been the same. We've been trying to reach the same things, but this is different for us. It's a challenge that we have for ourselves. And since the first team to win in 4, all that matters, we just need to win. Nothing else matters. We're not thinking that's why. We just want to win the Freedom Cup.
See that just yesterday you were spotted, you and Coach was spotted yesterday on the Springbok women's side. I know you and Nadine Lewis were sort of together. Can you just tell us what you guys were doing exactly in the roles? And it was a Springbok double hit, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just touch on that please as well.
No, we just we went to go watch the ladies train, and I went earlier. I was in the meeting with them, had a chat with them, because they support us a lot. They support us all the time, you know, and a lot of them, we grew up in the same areas. One of them played in my club with me, and I know what it's like. Well, I don't know what it's like for them, but I've also struggled a little bit, and I know how the women's game is obviously developing, but it needs a little bit more of us as men to be there, supporting, talking about it, so that they can get to the level that we are in. But obviously, rugby is a tough sport to start playing. It needs a lot. You need a little bit of money. You need a little bit of boots, and we're playing in thorny fields and all that kind of stuff. You need grass, where soccer you can just play in the street, you know. So went and we watched them train, and then I really love the way Nadine plays, and I have so much respect for her. And I don't think she's seen, there's a lot obviously, but I don't think that she's praised enough, because I saw what she did in the sevens. I was small. I mean, we swapped jerseys yesterday. The jersey is so small. I was told I told her it looks like a sample size. She says that I must give it to my daughter or my son. So we just we really wish we can do more with them, because they're getting better and better each time. And to think of where they started, and that's what I was telling them. You know, the other teams might be way more developed than you, but you're not playing for yourselves anymore. They might not reach like as we.
Justin?
See, sorry, just on that note, surely having them play on Saturday as a curtain raiser ahead of the box at the HL Stadium is a step in the right move.
100%.
Because you now have a sold-out stadium. Well, that's debatable, but a capacity big stadium that will have people there hopefully early enough at 1:30 to watch them. So the fact that we can have them play on the same day with you guys surely must be a step in the right.
No, 100%. We're so excited to hear that, and to hear how happy they were about it. And it's important. And I know people love rugby, and I know people of South Africa will take any reason to Bright Airy, and that's an opportunity for everybody to go and watch and just go see and get to know them, because I know the South African competition is growing, and I think I would really encourage people to go watch them, because at the end of the day, when they go play in the World Cup in the women in the W15, they're representing all of us just like we are doing, and they need the same kind of backing. And I encourage people to go and watch them, and I'm sure it will be a good game against the Barbarians.
Stephen?
Coach, you were on the front row seat, going back to that 2017 game. Remember, there was an extraordinary passage at the end of the first half, like 10 minutes end to end. And then also, just that one moment that you guys had where there was a little bit of ill discipline, I think, and they charged or something, and then it was 25-24, So, like, how important would discipline be? And then also boldness, in a way.
Yeah, I don't really have A lot of good memories about that game because I wasn't involved in 2017, and probably I've watched that game with the double Branavin and Coach. A couple of them, Coach. No. I was only involved in 2016. Then 2017, I went to the juniors. But yeah, like I said again, once if you're playing against the All Blacks, you know, more especially the past couple of games we play against them, I think any team could have still win the games even at the last second. Last week, one step wrong against them, they would have probably put us away and score a winning try at the end because it was very close. And then all the games that we've been playing against them, I think a game that we've probably had clear dominance against them, it was the one at Twickenham. That was the game that we probably pulled away from them. But most of the games against them, it always goes to the last seconds of the game. And I know one thing for sure. With the team they've selected, chances are this goal might also go down there, which is exactly what people deserve, you know. And it's going to be probably a packed, and I know the vibe in Cape Town people. That's one thing I enjoy about Cape Town crowd is that you can see people are here to have fun. You know, even if sometimes the games are tense, but people will keep on cheering at us. And that's something that picked us up also as a team, you know. So, yeah, memories on 2017, I don't remember much.
Sorry, Craig.
No problem, sir.
I see also on that score, a Bok win on Saturday would give you 6 wins out of the last 8. Some people may say that's a bit of a stranglehold as a player and maybe as a squad member. Does it feel that way?
I don't know. We don't look or talk too much about those. Just want the Freedom Cup. That's all that we're thinking about. I'll think about what you said another time. Then I'll answer it next time. But we haven't really. Honestly, we haven't. That's why I can't answer it. We haven't spoken about it or thought about it. Our eyes on just this weekend. Then you can ask me all the questions.
Adnan and then Katu, and then if you close our guys.
Yeah, just to Coach Stick, Rassie spoke in the week about your work that you do for the off-the-ball stuff and the guys on the field as well as high ball and so on. If you look at the All Blacks back three and how do you see that battle going tomorrow?
Do you want water?
Like this whole week.
Yeah, you know, like I said again, I think it's clear how they're going to approach the game. You know, if you look at who they've selected, you know, and if you look at the Lustria also, you're looking at the ball players, guys that are short and quick and moving around the park. That will they'll try to keep the ball in play. And with their back three, for example, if you look at a guy like Clark last week, he was probably one of the best players when it comes to finishing, and probably hurts a couple of our guys the way he runs, you know. But for them to make those big calls where they bring back a guy like Siburis and Talia at wing, you know, after a performance like that from the other guys that played last week, then it shows exactly the mindset they're looking for. I've heard them, they're talking about covering our kicking game, you know, and those guys, I know Siburis for sure. We coach against him many times. I've gone through his profiles, you know. When it comes to speed, you know, and turning and covering all the kicks behind their backs is one of the best, you know. And once again, probably they will be desperate to get 5 points. And we know one thing for sure, that's why they've selected those players, because they try and keep the ball in play. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. But once again, I think these are the moments we live for, you know. And once again, to stand in a chance to win that Freedom Cup, I think that is something that we've been talking about, you know. So we'll do everything in our powers, and hopefully we can also contain those guys at the back.
Sia, you mentioned, Coach, about how Cape Town's a favourite to play, you know, some of the things with the crowd. But Sia, just yesterday, Rassie said Euron was playing at Newlands and he got chirped about his Kater playing at Newlands. So just in terms of a Cape Town crowd and a Cape Town vibe, what are some of your, I guess, favourite and most unique things about playing in Cape Town?
It's too much. It's too much to say. I played there for 11 years. This is where I started my professional rugby career, and everything I know I've learned here, obviously, and professional ball. And some of my good friends I've made here, my family, all started here. It's really a special place. You can't like if you're a rugby player, wherever you go, people just excited to see you and they're excited to help. Like where if you go to a mall, or I said the other day, I don't know who I was talking to, if you are out when you're not supposed to be out, people will ask you, what do you need? You know, and I like that, you know, and people don't hold back. It's because people care, you know, people care and they pitch up. I remember people will fill up where you can't, at Newlands, where you can't sit down, where the standing ticket's packed, you know, and that's how much they love rugby here. And they also don't have, like what they said to Rassi. I remember they telling behind the bench, the guys that sit there with the Thomas mask, telling Skara what's wrong with his body. I'll let him tell you what they said, you know. And they chirp us, eh? They tell us if we lose, how, I can't say the words, K-A-K-A, we are.
Don't say.
And then, but they show up every weekend. And, you know, when we're doing well, you're the best, they said, and then the next 2 years, yeah, they say what they say. So it's really, really, really special. It's a different culture, it's a different atmosphere. And I really loved every single moment, and I wouldn't change the way my rugby, you know, grew up here. It's really special, and I know the people of Cape Town know that, and I think Saturday is not going to be any different, and I think if they could be closer to the field, they would have loved us. So they let us know how they feel about how we're playing at the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it either way.
Okay.
Plastic kwiveki enje ngokubalula kahle ukuba libalekile ukuphumelela yimpumelelo lento funeka ininzi lebaleko kodwa xa ithile imbilini yakho udala ngalo mdlalo uba sikumhlaba sawuqhelanga kuwe ke umkhokheli mani inoba sophuki ke mphuceli ayonto kodwa uthiwa uceba uphuke embulo qomba ayonto kuma asuka sayibona phambili.
Yeah, cool. Uthe ucoach uthi ndembimo lonke ixesha. So uthe akho nizochinja ngomza ndinika nje i-character lewe. No, benifuna udlala kakhulu siyena ngathetha nomqeqeshi and umqeqeshi akafuni unika abantu ixesha elide and undibuzile ufumene izizathu ugqirha ndamxelela nathi ndifuna ukwenza yona isemendleni ukuze ndidlale. Wathi okay, and then ndajima ngomvulo ndajima ngolwesibini and bendizivile ukuthi into right, into ezababuhlungu ndimluxa better direct empumlweni and ayenzeki ixesha xa usematchini awuvindo into ebuhlungu kubabuhlungu but not that way. So ndiyavuya ndifumene ithuba but ndiyayazi xa ufumana ithuba akho mntu uzokhumbula if awuzinikelanga emdlalweni, akho mntu uzokhumbula uba hayi bi-warrior. No, funeka still ndidlala umdlalo ndisenomsebenzi funeka ndimenzile.
Sena ni nickname entsha kuthiwa wrong 10-2.
Okwembini yakho banamqeqeshi xa umdlalo umhlaba umtshamalelo ngoba indebe ehlabathi ibuzwa kuwe kodwa bekhe watsho naye amalungu yakuba laa ndebe yempumelelo heyi nimane nibuka nje emaphethelweni ayidifika abaphambi kwenu.
Siva ngamabali asiyazi noyazanga sayibamba bathini. Kubalekile wena Khanyiso xa ujonga la trophy ithetha into apha eMzantsi Afrika, yabona. Maybe yes, New Zealand xa iphumelela yona bavuyela nje bahlambi bawini trophy kuthi ithetha into kakhulu la trophy ye-Freedom Cup and zange siyifumane opportunity nasike siyiphakamise and xa sojonga kule ndawo sikuyo as a country now and what we stand for as a team singamabhokobhoko. I think ibalekile ba noko abalandeli bethu sibaphe la taste la Freedom Cup, so yona nto isimotivate kakhulu abaphakathi evekini and nalando ukhumbule ba sagqibela udlala beCape Town ne-All Blacks ngo-2017 and the reasons was uyayazi ba uRase beyicacisile because of following the All Blacks apha eCape Town ebininzi kakhulu and bakhona abaguqukeleyo tata babuyele ekhaya. Yeyona nto thina siphilela yona loo nto sithi make sure uba ezi reasons zabo babenazo ukuze bawele baye kwela cala sinoko ngoku I think bayawubona utshintsho olwenzekayo apha etimini yethu and uyayibona ba iteam ebelonga kubantu bonke. Eyona nto ndiyithandayo nabo kusiyela ndathetha ngayo ba bakhona abadlali abaninzi basuka beCape Town apha kule team yethu, uyabona. So I know personally xa sowudlalela kokwenu it's very special enhlizweni yakho. So for abafana abasuka beCape Town le nto siyaxela ngayo ba i-opportunities ezinhle bazifumana mhlambi kwelicala kwi-Western Province tamkhumbule safika eStellenbosch esemncinci. So kubalekile nathi sithi make sure ba siyabadlalela abalandeli bethu, and we will do everything in our powers so to make sure ba noko abalandeli bethu siyabavuyisa beCape Town.
Stellenbosch.
Siya uqale apha yomile ukenzele apha i-team ukufisa eqela apha kuwe nakuteam esibini uthi ingqondo iqhelile uqwaqwa uqhelile xa uyenza kakuhle okwenzeka ekamva lakho kulaa club yakho yangaphesheya ayikuphazamisi kule match nakulezi veki idlala ubhetha.
The color looks me down. No, I'm the right. The lap of no. Zenzeke izinto kwabantu abaninzi ingqondo yami lapha inkulu kakhulu kule ndenzayo and iyona nto ibalulekileyo kudlala amabhokobhoko and i-decisions endizenzayo ebomini endizithathayo ufuna ukuthi make sure uba ndisendaweni erayithi endikwazi udlala kuyo udlala amabhokobhoko. So ingqondo yami lapha like zininzi into ezifuneka zisenzile lapha andikwazi ucinga ngaphandle and le match inkulu iwesi apha eKapa and siyayazi apha eKapa baninzi abantu abasapota eli qembu hla sidlala against lona and siyayazi i-history yayo uba isuka phi and thina sizi-players siya-understand and into esithandayo i-coach bethu bayayithetha nathi bathi nazi reasons why kutheni besapota eli qembu. So siyavuya kakhulu but siyayazi i-vibe yalapha ibantle kakhulu xa sidlalayo and even if nobasapota thina okanye basapota bona akho nto rongo emvakeni ngesimini if thina sidlala ngale ndlela sifuna udlala ngayo ndiyayazi for sure if siwinile ngomgqibelo noma umnye noba babini bazazakhe ekuqaleni because ekupheleni kwemini namhlanje le nto abantu bebelwela yona ngalamini thina I think sile team yethu siyawubonakalisa le nto bebelwela yona yabo. And I think as World Cup zimbini siziwinileyo bube sinabantu abamnyama namo abayi-7 kule team yokuqala keyesibini benye beba-8. So siyaphambili but siya-understanda why abantu bekule ndawo sikuyo
kodwa mabagoduke babuyele ekhaya.
Can you show last one, quick one?
Suncama look, there's one more there on the flank ourselves.
So uwumqeqeshi ntoni eniyenza kakuhle xa nihleli phaa kulaa boxeni lijongile ibala lizabe nabalandeli babo abethu but into eziguqukile ngoku baninzi abethu kunina babo ingathi niqela zopolitiko nikhambinile ntoni eniyenze kakuhle.
Abone into uzukhumbule kaloku abaqeqeshi esinabo ngokuqala pha kuRasi Erasmus umfana osuke dispatch wayedlala irugby uyayazi i-challenges esinazo as a country and uRasi into endiyithalayo kahle uyayivula inhliziyo athethe ngendlela i-plans zakhe bazithini i-goals zakhe and thina umsebenzi wethu njenge-assistant coaches ukuthi make sure basiyasupport i-vision yakhe and into endiyithandayo kuye like usiye betshilo uba eyona nto ibalulekileyo kuwina qala. So wonke umdlalo phaa kulaa qala lethu bonke baselectwe on merit bayaperforma xa befumana i-opportunity zabo eyona nto isibalulekileyo leyo. Okwesibini besithethe nge-transformation. I know people always black and white. Transformation is to make sure uba siyayikhulisa iqala lethu silisa phambili yabona and uyajonga indlela ngoku esidlala ngayo even nabantu abakhona kulaa coaching staff yethu. We've got coaches all over around the world yabona le transformation sithatha ngayo ke le not only because of black and white. We've got now Tony Brown who's helping us with the attack ane uyayibona ne-transformation uba siyaphi ngendlela esi-atheka ngayo yabona. So thina singabaqeqeshi even ne-match last week umsebenzi wethu we've got plans xa kufuneka udlala ku-weekend plan siyayazi xa singa izinto zingenzeki kakuhle siyayazi apho iziphoso zikhona yabona kulapho ke thina ke umsebenzi wethu ezikhosi sithi make sure sifocus ke-rugby sifocus kule nto funeke siyenzile sikwazile noko ukuthetha izinto half time last week noko i-behavior yakwazi utshintsha also xa sobona phaa kwi-68th minute indlela esitshintshe ngayo with the impact yethu esebhentshini. So umsebenzi wethu thina ukuthi make sure that sifocus rugby and osiya bayayazi players ebaleni bayo into le kufuneka yenzekile. And I feel like last week khona ixesha ba besingakhange sizenze kahle into besiziplanile, but kodwa ke la last 16 minutes egame I think zonke into zahamba kahle, and also credit must go to Lendo bench yethu bakwazi ufaka impact.
Puti enye into I will say it in English because also for us what they do with Coach Rassi, like people say transformation is putting bad players in the team, but for us they put guys in the team who are good enough to be there, but then they upskill us. Like when I became captain, Coach Rassi has known me since I was 18 years old. He knows that I will probably struggle at the beginning because I was shy. This is a big thing, and I was very scared. And then he made the pressure points. He made everybody a leader in the team, so that I had one job, and my only job was to talk to the ref and manage the team's discipline. So each guy had a role. So I'm growing, everybody else is also growing. Now we have so many leaders in the team. Then outside that, in the past they would say black guys are not good at high balls. Coach Rassi picked black guys and colored guys at wing. Coach Stick teach them every single time. Are those guys? He calls them the flyers. They're just flying after every training session. So each skill, like when I used to play, everybody known me for my running game. Then my game changed. I had to tackle, do breakdown, run back. They coached me that. Then I became that. That's what I love doing. You don't just put people there and say go, and then you have one bad game, and then some guys you never see. That's what happened in the past. But now we are well equipped and we are confident, and we can go out there and play. And the guy next to you trusts you. He knows you're not here just because of your skin color. You're here because you've worked hard and you've showed him in the weekend, you've earned his respect. And that's what this management team has done differently to everybody else. And the most important thing, they've been open and honest about the team, to the team, and said, we're going to win. We have to have a certain amount of black players in the group, where in the past it was hidden. It wasn't really to be spoken about, where you, as a player, you don't know where you stand. He says, no, this team is losing, but I have to have this kind of... And we knew that, and we made it work as a team. Like, the honesty is the most important for any player. Whether you... And Coach Rassi sits there and says, I think this guy is going to play this weekend because I think he's better. In front of everyone. The back-to-back stuff is not there. And then I don't wonder as a player. I know exactly what's happening. So that has made us buy into it as players. Sometimes you don't like what the coach says, but you buy into it.
You guys joke a lot, so would you like another question?
No, it's good.
Happiness.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
how's he been this week?
You know, Wallace has been great. He brings a lot of energy to that position. And you're looking forward to seeing how he goes tomorrow night.
And your brother Bowden just moving to a bench role. How's he been with that, and what do you expect him to see out of him?
Yeah, I think he's he's a little bit disappointed he's not in the starting 15. But I think he'll play his part coming off the bench tomorrow night. No doubt about that.
Do you expect a different game to Ellis Park with fast pitch, altitudes, a bit more attack, but Cape Town, heavier conditions perhaps, like we have today?
Yeah, potentially. I think no two test matches are the same, and the South Africans would have adapted their strategy tomorrow night. So yeah, we've got to be a bit ready for that.
They've made a few changes to their team. Pollard back at fly-off and Vanilla at fullback. Do you expect the change in tactics from them as well? Tighter game perhaps?
Potentially. I think they offer a great kicking game. So I think it might be a game of aerial play and also kicking battles. So our back three are ready for that.
You had a 10-point lead going into sort of the last quarter. What do you want to take out of that first hour that you can do for the full 80 at Cape Town?
I think, it's getting out of your own half. We fed South Africa some easy ins to our 22, and they just fed off that.
Just one more, in terms of the lineouts, Ron O'Keefe did quite well in the second half there. He's starting now this week. Evan Exhibit starting. Do you expect a different lineout strategy or better?
I think obviously Evan, he's one of their main go-to men. So we've got to be able to pressure them, especially the hookers, and we've done some work on that, and hopefully we can get some results.
Scott, sorry, over here. Just how much pressure are you guys putting on yourselves, and how much pressure is coming from back home, based on the fact that you're on the back of a 3-match losing streak against the Springboks?
Yeah, I think we're after last week, there's plenty of hurt, and we want to turn that result around. That's for sure.
Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports, and it is match day. It is less than an hour until kickoff, and it is the big one, isn't it? Springboks versus the All Blacks, coming to you very, very shortly in what is going to be an absolute cracker of a game. You've got the All Blacks trying to go get sort of a bit of their pride back, really. Losing last weekend for the third time in a row against the Springboks, and a Springboks side who seem to have their number, isn't it? And not very often where we've been able to say that, because we have struggled over the years with beating the All Blacks consistently. But we've done that in the last few times, and very, very excited to see what we're going to see this afternoon, because we do have a changed Springboks side, and there's one thing on Rassie Erasmus's mind, and that is winning. That is the only thing he wants to do today. They've very much been quite open about it and saying today is all about winning. It's not about blooding depth. It's not about giving other players a chance. Today is about the result. It's all about winning the game, and therefore we have selected a side that is very much about winning the game. It's not about anything else than to get that Freedom Cup, to try and basically wrap up the Rugby Championship, which we could do. Basically we win today, and we need effectively about 2 points really to win the Rugby Championship, and to have that tied up nice and quickly, which would be very, very cool. So that is the main thing, really. And we are down in Cape Town, where we have not got the best record against the All Blacks, but we've got a very good record at this stadium. We've lost just the one test match, albeit 3 of those being the British and Irish Lions test, which had no fans. So we have won 3 out of 4 tests at the DHL Stadium. We've won the only one that has had fans, which was against Wales a couple of years ago. And we've also got a very good record under Matthew Carley, who is the referee today. I think we've lost just the one game, and he's refereed us against the All Blacks, I think twice or 3 times, and we've never lost to them while he has had the whistle. So lots of stats, very much favouring the Boks, but the game is not played on statistics, is it? It's played on the field. It's far more complicated than that, and it's going to be very interesting to see how things go. And we've got a lot to get through in the next sort of hour. We've still got building up. So we're going to go through the teams, look at the teams, see where some of where the game could be won and lost, for example, some of the big changes that Rassie Erasmus has made, and what he's thinking is regarding the team. We're going to be looking at some of the changes the All Blacks have made, for example. They've made a bit of a change in the way they're going to do things in terms of the bench impact, for example. They've been very, very poor in the last 20 minutes. They've not scored any points, and as a result, they have put more experienced players on the bench to try and nullify that. So it'll be interesting to see if they achieve that today with making those sort of changes that they've done. But also, we've also got a no-bomb squad, really, from the Springboks point of view, because it is a 5-3 split named by Rassie Erasmus, who is, decided that he's going to back the starters, basically. I think it's an interesting vibe that we've seen where the Boks in general have not started off particularly strongly, and kind of waited to get sort of back into things as the game has gone by. And this week, we're very much taking a different approach, where I think we've selected a much better, more of a starting sort of lineup that's going to try and dominate and try and start being in the competition from the get-go and not try and chase the game. We've kind of previously been in a situation where basically as long as we are within, 2-3 points, we kind of back ourselves, even 7. In fact, to be honest, I think it's within 10 points, basically. Then I think that as long as we've kind of been in and around there, we kind of back ourselves to be able to get the result done and get a final result. But we've gone with a bit of a different approach this week, where I think we want to start a lot better, get ourselves in front, keep ourselves in the game throughout the game, and not look to the bench to try and sort of bail us out. But more to the point, the scenes down in Cape Town, absolutely spectacular, and we do have a couple of videos from what's going on down the ground and stuff like that. We're going to have a look at exactly what the build-up's looking like. The people are coming out in their numbers. It is a sold-out Cape Town, although a couple of tickets were released later in the week, which has not gone down particularly well because it was said to be sold out, and then obviously sort of all of a sudden releasing tickets, and it kind of seemed a bit of a money grab. But we are expecting a very, very full DHL stadium, which will be the first time these two teams do clash in the stadium. Obviously, plenty of history when it was back at Newlands, but never played at the DHL Stadium itself. But let's have a look at exactly what the vibes are. And while we do that, I want you guys to do a check-in. I want to know where you guys are watching the game from, who you're supporting, for example, how we're feeling about the game. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and let's get the conversation going. But until then, this is what the vibe is looking like down in Cape Town. These are some of the scenes at the waterfront and the likes earlier. So as you can see, absolutely epic scenes over at the waterfront, and very, very, very jealous. I'm not down there and I'm not going to be there, but we do have a man on the ground, which means that there is going to be a lot of content coming to you from the stadium itself. We'll have videos, for example, the haka, the flyover, for example, all the stuff over there. We're going to have all of that on the channel. So make sure if you are new, you do subscribe. We got past 75,000 subscribers last week. We're past 76, for example. Would love to get to 77,000 today. And if you are looking for a place to find all, for example, the post-match press conferences and interviews, stuff like that, then we'll have them on the channel as well. So you are very much in the right place. And welcome to the community if you are new. So I want to start doing a bit of chicken. Let me know where you guys are watching from and what you think is going to happen in the game. We'll do score predictions a little bit closer to the time, but plenty to talk about because it's been a very, very interesting few days. Rassie Erasmus naming the team a bit later than usual, naming on a Thursday, for example, which he's generally not done, as well as making a lot of changes. Andre Polo starting for the first time since the Irish series. For the first time in the Rugby Championship, he will get a start. Sash Famagomazula actually drops down to the bench, which is in itself quite an interesting decision. And also interesting to see, for example, Napoli Fassi, Willie Lou getting the call. We will talk about the team a little bit more in depth, a little bit closer to the game. So hopefully we're going to see a team that is really ready to go out there and try and prove a point, because a lot of these players kind of fall into the wayside a little bit. You know, Willie Leroux coming to the end of his career, really. You know, so important for him to try and finish strongly. You've got players like Andre Pollard, who's had to take a bit of a step back, but also players, the coming off the bench, for example, will be an interesting one. Kenny Moody back in the setup. So a couple of young players as well, still getting the opportunities. That is obviously injured force. No Kirkley Orange, no Max on the Pimpy, by the way. He did welcome into the world his child yesterday, which is very exciting news. So, thoughts go out to him and his partner on the birth of their child. And, looking forward to seeing that child play for Springboks hopefully one day and fall into the rugby, South African rugby pipeline, which would be very cool, because we need more Marcelo Pimpis in the world, because he's just an absolute workhorse of a player, phenomenal player, fantastic human being as well, and an absolute legend of the game. Peter Oosthuizen is saying he's checking in for Harry Smith. So I want to do is you guys get some more chickens going, and let me know where you guys are watching from, because as I said, we usually have a lot of different people from around the world, and it's always cool to see what's going on. But in terms of some bit of footage stuff like that, we were yesterday, we were at the BOK training for their captain's run, which is always fun to watch, and we'll let you sort of watch exactly what's happening. These are the final preparations of the box. Kickoff is in about just over 40 minutes, so plenty of time to get your score predictions into the comments below. Check in, let me know where you're watching from, and this is what the box got up to yesterday ahead of the game.
know working so for breakfast and then we went to the hall
Ja, ik zie het. Maar hulle het vir die bokke uit. Miskien as
Okay, so it's always this is fine.
I don't want to jinx it, but they're quite good at having a Don't jinx it. Just go for that. Yeah.
Guys, just under 3 minutes, eh? 3 minutes.
When it's a picture, with that picture, I'll take a picture.
Of the stadium, half the people in it just
I will speak one escape.
Spreek laat van je gat.
Picture of Dwayne, but Dwayne is not looking this way.
Right, so there we go. A little bit of insight of what's happening down in Cape Town at the moment. Scenes are absolutely epic, and I'm going to show you very shortly what's happening down at the DHL Stadium itself, which looks very vibey, looks very, very full. Just under a half an hour until kickoff, and the teams are out and they are warming up. The question is who's out there and who's warming up, and that's what we're going to be doing a bit next. We're going to be looking at the teams that have been selected by both coaches, both Rassie Erasmus and Scott Robertson, making some pretty important changes. And very interested to see how these changes do affect the game. So earlier I asked a couple of people to check in, and people have been doing that. So as I mentioned earlier, Peter Oosthuizen checking in from Harry Smith. We've got Nat Quinn in Canada, Alex in Portugal, Dar Grobler from Joburg and Alberton, a fellow Josie boy, and Wilden R saying from Charleston, South Carolina in the USA. So we're already across 3 different continents over there. Starlight saying All Blacks, my second favorite team since young, love from Ireland. And if anybody else wants to check in, let me know where you are watching from. We're going to look at the 2 teams and see exactly the changes that have been made. And I want to know what you guys think. What do you think the changes are going to do? Do you think we're going to see big change? We're going to see significant sort of change to the way we play, for example? How is it going to affect the game? I want to know what you think, as well as your score predictions in the comments below. There have been some pretty major changes, especially with the South African side. Far more changes there than there are for the All Blacks, who have kind of kept things relatively the same. But have definitely changed in terms of who's starting, who's not. That kind of personnel. There has been a big shift with no TJ Perrinar in the starting lineup, for example. He will be coming off the bench, as will Bowden Barrett. So hoping for a bit of experience to kind of help out that final 20 minutes of lag that we've seen the All Blacks have over the years. But let's have a look at exactly the teams, and then we'll talk about them a little bit more, shall we? Right, so as you can see, plenty of changes for both sides, and very, very interesting to see exactly how the Springboks go in particular, because I think they've obviously made the most changes, and they've made significant changes in terms of a team with so much experience that I think the idea there is really to make sure that they start well. I think that's pretty simple in terms of what they're trying to do with the team selections that they have made. You know, they select experience on experience. I think it's an average number of caps in the forwards. I think it's about 60, 70 almost, maybe a bit less. But in the backs also very, very high, because you've replaced, you know, Apre Fassi and Sajfama Gomazulu, who've got a combined 12 caps, with Andre Pollard and Villaroo, who've got a combined 180 caps. So the amount of experience, I think the most inexperienced player in the back line, obviously, is Kanan Moody with 10 caps, and Grant Williams, I think, is about 10 or 11. But Villaroo has got 96, Cheslin Colby's got 36, Damien Delendi and Jesse Creel both have plus 60, I think even plus 70 potentially. Andre Pollard 76 of it, and Villaroo 96. So it's an incredible amount of experience. I think it's very deliberate, you know, that there is that kind of experience, because they are trying to make sure that they start well, and that they don't go behind and have to bring on a bomb squad and try and like catch up, for example. They're very much intentionally selected a side which can get going from the get-go. Whether it's going to work, well, we'll find out in about 10 minutes, shall we? And it's absolutely rocking down in Cape Town. We do have some footage for you from down there. What's going on? This was the team being read out a little bit earlier, and you can just kind of gauge the vibe over there. Looks like a pretty big All Black contingent of supporters, as you kind of imagine. I think it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal occasion. The weather looks absolutely perfect. No rain expected, and it should be perfect conditions. We're going to have the national anthems in the next few minutes, and then we'll have, obviously, the haka. We will have that on the channel as well. But until then, let's have a look at exactly what's happening down at the stadium. Right, well, there we go. So that is the team being announced down at the Cape Town Stadium, and the teams are busy coming out, which means you will have anthems underway very, very shortly. And followed by that, we will have kickoff after the haka. There is supposed to be a flyover as well. Hopefully, we don't get the timing wrong like we did in Johannesburg. We had to issue a whole apology for that, so it wasn't ideal at all. But hopefully we can get the timing right this time, and hopefully we will be able to have no issues over there, and we can kind of get going. But kickoff is in just 7 minutes time, and plenty of stuff to get through during that time. But we're going to have a look at the team, and I'm very interested to see what you think about the team. So we're going to close the poll, by the way. We were asking, who are you supporting today? Over 2,000 votes. We're going to end that poll. The next poll we're going to ask you very, very quickly is who do you think is going to win? And I want to get your score predictions. Who do you think is going to win? Very simple. Springboks or All Blacks? Or All Blacks. Go and, or draw, I suppose, or draw. So go and vote on that poll as the Boks come out to a thunderous applause from the DHL Stadium. It is the 58th test for Siya Kolisi as captain, by the way, the second most experienced captain of all times when it comes to South Africa. Just second after one person, and that is the great John Smith, also a Rugby World Cup winner. So we've got a poll running asking you, who do you think is going to win? And the Boks up to a very, very quick early lead over there. I want to know your score predictions. Eben Etzebeth closing in on that all-time record. I think he actually equals Victor Matfield, or goes one behind Victor Matfield. So he will become the all-time the all-time what is it called? It's called the all-time appearance maker, basically, for the Boks. So he'll be the most experienced Springbok player of all time when he does retire. And you know, how deserved is that? And it's interesting how it's always locked, isn't it? You know, Alan Jones, Sam Whitelock, Eben Etzebeth. You know, Brody Taylor played lots of games, so it's an interesting position that seems to have a lot of longevity. I suppose it's kind of because, you know, you're not really reliant on pace as much as you are, for example, in the loose trio in the back line. And that's why even you see lots of props, for example, getting there as well, which is what makes Brian Abanda, for example, and even a Bowden Barrett so impressive, is the fact that they kept their pace for so long and that they managed to sort of make things work. But yeah, we're going to move into the national anthems over here. First up, we'll have New Zealand, followed by South Africa. After that, we will have kickoff. Please do smash a like on the video if you are new. Subscribe to the channel as well. Dal Grobler coming with our first team prediction score prediction going with SA 42, New Zealand 27. Let's head over to the anthem, shall we? Right, the anthems are underway, and we are now about to witness the haka. We're also supposed to be having a flyover, which, according to schedule, is supposed to happen now. So it would be very awkward if we once again get the timing wrong and we do have a flyover in the middle of the haka. Will not be ideal at all. But we have kicked off very, very shortly, people. Last opportunity to get your score predictions in. I've got a couple coming in here, and Fatima saying Box 35, New Zealand 21. Jacques Holiday saying Boca 22 to 21, and Anva saying SA 23, New Zealand 21. So everybody backing the Box, but I think everybody very much agreeing that it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. And I think that's fair. I've also gone with pretty tight in my score predictions for this game. I do think we are in for a very, very tight affair. And I just hope we're in for a great test match, to be perfectly honest. I think that the Box have got everything they need to beat this New Zealand side. But I do think this New Zealand side are going to respond. And very interesting to see how the changes will impact the latter stages of the game. No 6-2 split, no bomb squad from the Box today. Is that going to be a good thing, a bad thing? We'll wait and find out, won't we? From a Box point of view, it's just about starting strong, isn't it? It's about making sure that we don't go behind early, for example. Try and score the first points. Try and exact the pressure on them. That is what the great New Zealand sides did so well, is that they used to take on teams and, within the first 20 minutes, you kind of be out of it because they would start so well. Now, we're going to try and do the opposite, aren't we? Now we need to do the teams that the team that puts on the pressure and really gives them a go early on. And we can. There's no reason we can't. We've got the right sort of players to do just that. We just need to make sure we get the early start and hopefully bringing in players, experienced players like Ohanje Pollard, for example. That will hopefully be a very, very big key part of trying to start well. Dwayne Vermeulen managing some of the water. Really good to have somebody of his experience, for example, running the water, being there, giving the feedback. So hopefully that'll also add a bit of a calming presence, and that's kind of why he's in and around the setup. But last few words over here for both captains to their teams, and then we will have kickoff very, very shortly. So your final opportunities to, first of all, go and vote on the poll and let me know who you think is going to win. So far, 1,486 votes. Let's see if we can get up to 2,000 votes as the plane, which has literally been circling. I could actually probably put it on the screen. It's quite funny. It's been circling around, waiting for its approval to fly over the stadium. Here it comes, looking pretty low as well. And there it goes. So we have had the flyover. It didn't interrupt the thing. This was I don't know. I think it's the wrong format. I was going to try and show you the flight map that it had. But yeah, we've got the flyover. It is time for kickoff, everybody. It is the All Blacks versus South Africa. This is the biggest game in the world. It is the battle for the Freedom Cup tonight. A win for South Africa, and we will get that Freedom Cup for the first time since 2010. Dave McKenzie, ball in hand, and he goes down the left-hand side, and it'll touch boy Jasper Visa, who will carry it into contact and be kept inside the 22. No, in fact, he gets outside the 22. And remember, for a second start for Grant Williams in the number 9 jersey, as he'll look to clear at the base of the ruck. Can't find touch, and he's taken too long, and we can see the penalty. That is, what did I just say? I just spoke about good start, getting on the front foot, for example, and we've been timed out. It's Grant Williams. Not good enough. That is super, super frustrating. Well, it's an early precedent, very, very early precedent. Grant Williams apparently taking too long. He's been timed out. Turnover ball. It will be a scrum for New Zealand just outside the 22. Not the start we would have wanted. It's an attacking scrum here for New Zealand. Grant Williams, we all remember what happened on him in his first start in the number 9 jersey. Hopefully, we will have a much better time. But interesting, looking at the pack weights there, 946 kgs for the Box, 918 for New Zealand. And so a bigger pack for the Box. And looks like a pretty good early scrum dominance as well, being forced back and ball backwards from Cortez Ratsima, who gets his first start against a Tier 1 nation. Mark Telaire helping at scrum half. And it's a first carry of the ball for Tupou Vai in the number 5 jersey. Now the captain. Good work being done there by the Bok defense. Now on the left-hand side. And Wallace Satiti gets his first start in All Blacks jersey. Jordy Barrett getting away from Ruan Nokia. And good clean up there. Good pressure this year from the South African defence. Now, but it's space here for Martelea, who loses it forward as he runs into Sia Khaleesi. It is a knock-on. It will be a scrum for South Africa. Good time to have a scrum because we've just had a very, very dominant exchange. It was a New Zealand scrum, but very much still a bit of South African dominance there. We have called for the scrum based on that, I'd imagine, and hopefully an opportunity to really hammer it at them early on. Martelea trying to run into Sia Khaleesi. You don't just one doth not just run over one Siamtanda Khaleesi. Not an easy feat. The captain with that fractured nose, they're calling him Wrong Turn 2, Wrong Turn 1, being Kwagga Smith. It's an unreal nickname. And yeah, very, very keen to see how he goes off the bench later. But it is a scrum for the South Africa, just outside the 22. Let's see how we can do it. Nice early scrum penalty would be a very, very nice way to get things going early on. And now here comes the shove. There's Oxenchair. There's Oxenchair. Yeah, there's the penalty advantage. Massive. And the penalty comes. There it is. We've been waiting all Rugby Championship really to see that kind of dominance coming from one Retsecho Baditswe in share. He does have the dominance. He does win the penalty. And that's the perfect start from a set piece point of view. And Andre Pollard pumps this downfield. Not found too much distance. It'll be a line just past the halfway line. But the main thing is that that early penalty. And Oxenchair, who we know is just an absolute behemoth of a man. Getting that first penalty is so important because now it's all Blacks. They're now going to be looked under scrutiny every single time. It's a horrible first lineup, but the throw back, it bounced backwards, and it comes off 200 Pollard, then loses in contact. So it is a knock-on advantage. Dave McKenzie kicking it in behind, and Kenny Moody's going to have to go back and retrieve it. Played at full back actually for the Bulls last year. Kenny Moody looks to run, and wrapped up by Dave McKenzie. Ball available for Grant Williams. Goes on the left-hand side, Jasper Wiese, who pops it to Villaroo. Goes short to Damon Dealendi, looks for options, goes to Sia Khaleesi, bringing in Jesse Creel, pops back up to Sia Khaleesi, bit of space over there. Pierce left the toy now on the other side. Throws it back inside. Now it's gone forward, and Ollie Severe's knocked it backwards. Then I think forward. Well, it was a knocked on, I think, by South Africa. Now it's back with South Africa. Goes to Oxenchair on the halfway line here. Probably looking for options. Decides to go to the boot. Kicks it in behind. On the bounce to Jordy Barrett. He kicks it long. And finds a very good touch. Just outside of 22. Villaroo was there, but the bounce took it away from him. Very interesting early start here. And we've lost another line out. It's gone backwards off New Zealand. So I don't know what's going on with the calls here. Ronald Ken needs to get this on lockdown. Boggy Manambi's now missed 2 line outs. Thankfully, it'll be another South African throw, but that's 2 messy line outs. Not really good enough. And they go up to the front as Tupou Vai. Luckily for the box, he knocks it backwards. And that's another messy line out. It comes away to Kanan Moody. Puts his head down, runs into Cody Taylor and Tawa Lomax. Ball available for Grant Williams. Needs to make sure he doesn't get timed out. And a penalty for a high tackle here. It's been very, very all over the place, to be honest, early on here. Not much rhythm of the game, almost 6 minutes in. And you can just see a high tackle of David McKenzie on Grant Williams. So that's why the penalties come. Stephen Kitsoff watching on in the stands. A couple of other VIPs in and around. I'll say I'm watching fair sport because I'm too nervous to watch the actual game. Well, then you're relying on my nerves, which might not be the best idea. But that's a much better lineup though. Flat ball here from Hunter Pollard to Jasper Wiese. Solid tackle there on Artie Severe and Wallace Atiti getting his first start in an All Black shirt. That's a horrible pass though. Jesse Creel's going to have to clean up here. And he runs into Tyler Lomax, who makes a good tackle. Box back on the halfway line. Lost a bit of momentum. And Pollard now lifts it to the air. Kenny Moo's going to give chase. I think we'll see a lot of this. BSF the Toys lingering around there as well. They knock it backwards. And then on the bounce, Jasper Wiese can't hold on. Initially knocked backwards as Matthew Carley, then knocked forward. Which I think is fair enough. That's a nice idea. I mean, and I think we're going to see a lot of the kicking game. Kane Moody is very, very tall. That's the one thing. If you lose Kurt Lawrence, but you bring in Kane Moody, you are getting a lot of height. And I think we'll go to that up and under a lot. Right, so scrum here, and they use it quickly to the All Blacks after the first two scrums there. Artie Severe getting away from Kane Moody. I'm sorry, I forgot what it is, but brought down by Sia Khaleesi. And back to Dave McKenzie. He goes to the boots. Jesse Creel trying to throw a dummy all the way back inside our own half here. South Africa need to try and build from deep now. And they go to Peter Steph the Toy. Almost getting away from one tackle, eventually brought down by Artie Severe, who, by the way, has almost got the record number of losses for any All Blacks player. Willie LaRue. Ball over the top to Moody. Moody goes to the boot. Snapped up by Damien Kenzie. He goes back inside to Will Jordan at fullback today. Will Jordan goes over the top. Sees a bit of space. Damien Delaney's going to have to go back and retrieve. Bounces favorably for him. And he'll get away from Xavier Reese. Then he goes to Andre Pollard. Pollard now goes to the boot. He's going to look for touch. And I think it's actually come off of Mark Talea, but it has come off Mark Talea. So it will be a South Africa line inside the All Blacks half. Not a bad start this year for from South Africa. Rassie Rasmus all smiles, so I don't think he's overly worried with what he's seen so far. And it's another poor line out there. Not kind of here. Cody Taylor comes away with it. Evan Etzbeth trying to get over that ball. Front foot ball, you have a Cortez Ratimo. He goes to Dave McKenzie. He goes to Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett looking for options. Comes inside. Wrapped up by Peter Steph the Toy. Ruan Okia is there as well. Asatiti and short ball there from Dave McKenzie. Big hit on him in the background. Bit of space here. Artie Severe gets around Caden Moody. Needs to shift here to Damon Delendi. Comes back inside. It's Cody Taylor getting a lot of meters there with the All Blacks. McKenzie short to Tubo Vibe. Scramble defense now for the box. Jasper gets back up and makes the tackle. Good work from him. Ball over the top. And Jason Colby has to try and scramble. Xavier Reese comes inside. Good momentum this year from the All Blacks. Now they go to Wallace Atiti. Couple of players coming up quickly, but not quite completing the tackle. Now Sia Khaleesi almost over the ball. Toa Lomax goes to Dave McKenzie. Once again, Kenny moves up quickly. Flat ball here. Space for Cody Taylor. Good tackle there coming from Damon Delendi. 6 meters out here are the All Blacks. Toa Lomax. Tubo Vai runs into Oxen Chair. Makes a decent tackle. Iwani goes to Will Jordan. Will Jordan runs into Cheslin Colby. Couple players over. Shirley, ref, rewarded. Jasper Wiese stolen it brilliantly. Now a bit of space here. Willie LaRue decides to dab it ahead for Cheslin Colby. He knows he's got the pace. Cheslin Colby hacks it ahead. And Geordie Barrett's all the way back. That's really, really well exited. Jasper Wiese with another clutch turnover. I'm not entirely sure where he would have added that to his game. We saw it happen last week. But he's been absolutely brilliant with it. And it's another very important turnover coming from Jasper Wiese. Another big steal there coming from Jasper Wiese. He's done a couple of those in the last couple of weeks, and they've been so clutch. Right, I think it's actually the first all-back line match. Cody Taylor and Everton goes up and almost managed to win. Tuba eventually. So I think Dottie Severe actually came down with it. And David King's not quite sure what to do. Almost thought the game had stopped. And Bongi Benami makes the tackle. Just outside the 22, Quarters Ratimer's got the ball. Pops it up. Tyrell Lomax up quickly. Comes, I think it was Jasper Wiese who made the initial hit. It was indeed. Looking at his options here is Cortez Ratimer. I think you're going to go to the boot here. Also a blocker in the form of Sam Kane, who interestingly enough was not sided by Springboks. They elected not to side him after that tackle by Onsia Ecclesi. Now he's in the corner of space, and he sits down Cortez Ratimer, who stands up well, to be fair, and he has another go. Ball available. Slow ball though here for Oxen Share. Goes to PSF Tour. He goes to Pollard. Pollard flings it to Vili Leroux. Vili Leroux, the cross kick towards Kenan Moody. Not quite, and it's been wrapped up by Will Jordan. He puts it to the boot. Sia Khaleesi dies, and it comes off the back of him, and then a bit of a knock on, I think, from Damien Delendi. Should be an all-black line just outside 22. I tell you what, this is a proper test match. End-to-end stuff here. I'm exhausted just watching it. Over the 15 goes to Sam Kane. Good work that for them, the All Blacks. Now, Wallace Atiti, his first start, as mentioned earlier, exciting young player, 21 years of age. Now, Artie Severe, house assistant, he puts it to Cody Taylor to again. Cody Taylor for space. Cody Taylor still going, just short. Etzebeth now, penalty advantage for not rolling. Free roll the dice here for New Zealand. Dane McKenzie flings it out to Geordie Barrett. Geordie Barrett looking for space. Etzebeth gets there. Pulled out of the tackle, but it's still a penalty advantage. And they're going to get back. Could be 3 point or a yellow card. Oh, I tell you what, that's a hell of a precedent to set, just to bin him so early than that. That's the first. I mean, to say, to bin him at 15. Ooh, Carly, that's a big call. That's a big call. Oh, goodness me, that's going to complicate things. You can see Rassi was not particularly impressed with that that call. But it is going to be a yellow card to the box. So they're going to take the 3 points here. The box will now spend the next 10 minutes with 14 men on the field. You can see the break there. I think it's Jasper Wiese tackling Cortez Ratimer, actually, which, that, to be fair, that makes more sense. I thought it was... first of all, I didn't even know it was Jasper Wiese because I thought it was JC Creel. I think that was the initial penalty. But I think the call's actually coming from the TMO, potentially, about that tackle that he made off the ball on Cortez Ratimer, which removed him as an option and, stopped what could have been a try-scoring opportunity. Potentially HIA for one of the All Black players who's getting a bit of treatment here. And it's Cody Taylor actually was getting some treatment. Looks like he's okay to continue. Right, so Jasper Wiese in the bin for the next 10 minutes. And Dane McKenzie going to take the 3 points here. What a 50 minutes it's been. Pretty high octane stuff here. Not terrible start from South Africa. Kind of what we've been saying as usual. It's just not quite accurate at the moment. Moody struggling a little bit with that with the space out wide. He's trying to cut that out. And so lots to work on. Right, so that New Zealand do take first blood, as they did in Johannesburg. It is 3 points to 0. And what I want to check, actually, is that our clock seems to be working, which is very, very good news, which means I'm going to remove, not that, that, and put on that, which is the live clock, so you can see that is in sync with the game. So if you're seeing that, then you are in sync with what's happening over there. Right, Cortez Rattimer goes to the boot. Philly LaRue. Oh, he's taken out in the air. Surely it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, it is a penalty advantage. A great take from Philly LaRue. He's been clearly taken out in the air. This is a penalty advantage. Here we go. Yeah, he doesn't look very happy yet, as Billy LaRue. It was a good take from him. Courageous and up in the air. Stevie Reese taken him out in the air, so it's very clearly a penalty, and it has been awarded. I think there could be a card here, by the way. I think this is pretty dangerous. And you can see that there's a double whistle blow, so we're going to wait and see. Yeah, I think he's taking his feet out in the air. Yeah, I think there's a pretty high level of danger. I think Stevie Reese could be in trouble here. We could be looking at a bit of 14 on 14 here. And then he jumps. Correct? Yellow card. Thank you very much. Right, well, there we go. We are going to see two yellows now on the board. He pulls out and then clips Willie LaRue. So, 14 versus 14. 8 minutes left on the card for Jasper Wiese. So there will be a 2-minute period where the Springboks will have a numerical advantage. Right, ball over the top. That's a very nice line. And then the short side. Yeah, Pollard holds on. Probably could have offloaded to Shares and Colby. Elected not to, and penalty. Should have offloaded. Got himself completely isolated. And, the problem with this, I don't mind this move. So basically what happens is this whole move where we go back to the line out and then we pull it back inside and go down the short side. But there, where Pollard doesn't offload, it suddenly means that he is isolated, and you'd be running back all into a bunch of forwards. So there's plenty of forwards over there who are very good over the ball. So in that kind of point of view, it's just frustrating. I think if you had offloaded Chesney and Colby, had a bit of space, gives a bit more time for some of the players to get back there. You can just see there Jasper Wiese and Stevie Reese on the side of the park. Yeah, Cody Taylor. Somebody said in the comments over there you didn't look very happy. Who was it? Somebody said it. 5 Health saying Cody Taylor doesn't look okay. Well, he's not okay. So he is off. So Asafa Amua is going to come onto the park. Cody Taylor has been replaced. It looks very groggy after that tackle. And he has indeed been replaced. Coney's reckons that get powered off. A bit of a slow start so far from our back line. But it's still early days there, boys. It's 17 minutes, and girls, we've got plenty of time. And we've won the line up there. Runok here goes up and wins it brilliantly. And Sia Khaleesi knocks the ball backwards, then pops it up to Cheslin. Colby's bit of space in front of him. Go, Cheslin! Bit of juicy. Step around. Oh, it's still going. He's still going. Pops it up. Oh, can't hold on. Should have held on to it, Cheslin. But then back to BITDEFENDER. The toys and knock on in there. Oh, after doing so well, probably could have held on to it. This looks such a good break. Bang, little step away, gets away from Jordy Barrett as well. Eventually, Sam Caney makes a very good tackle. To be fair, having said that, I think the offload on second from this angle is very much on, and he pops it up towards BITDEFENDER, the toy. It's just Artie Severe who forces the lock on, as he always does. Artie Severe always comes in with a couple of clutch moments. Yeah, and they clear their lines with the back of the scrum. They're not a bad scrum. Obviously, South Africa now down, a man down at the scrum. It will be a South African line on the front foot here. Come on, chaps. A nice little first try here would be pretty prime. Bongi Manambi down. Charlotte saying, Edmund, what are you drinking? Not water, right? No. No, it's Saturday. Come on. If I'm not going to be at the game, which I could have been, then I'm going to I'm gonna be out here having a little beza, a little bezki, a brewski. What other names are beers? How many names of beers can we think of? Come on, we've got a pre-match break here. What is a sort of slang name for a beer, like a brewski, or a beza, or a cold one? You know, what is the what are some of the other names that we can think of for a beer? But let's have some fun in the comments here. Give me something. So far, I can think of a beer, a brewski, obviously a beer, a brewski, a beza, a cold one. A lager, I suppose. You know, some people just do it. But what else? What else do we call beer? In a sort of informal vibe. This got beer, not because dope. Yeah, we can go with a dope. I feel dope's more kind of a generic alcohol thing, but I like dope. Ruger's gone with an nguru. Never really said it. Bevy, yeah, Bevy's a decent one coming in from Ethan. See, now this is the thing. Now we're educating the masses. Nice line up that. And Pollard going to go short to Khaleesi. Not quite in the front foot, but sets him a nice more. All right, and it's been now running into Artie Severe. Now, Conant Williams, a bit of a switch and play. Yeah, Damien Delendi seeing a bit of space. Runs into Artie Severe and Tyro Lomax. Almost thought about having another one. Now, Bongi Manambi, who's back up and good to go. Grant Williams looking for options. Goes to Villiers at first year. He goes short to Sekley. Almost in between two All Blacks defenders. Just looking at his options now. Pollard tries to chip it to the top. It comes off the boot of Tupou Vai. So it's TT actually and runs out. What else have we got here? JP's got a frosty there from Andre, a scam copy from Andre, a failed Coke, non-alcoholic beer. Get out of here, tap water, or what some people used to call it. So no, not non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, come now. Let's get serious. I quite like scam copy. I'm a big fan of that. Right, 20 minutes, and Grant Williams looking for options. Goes to Reteko Vaditwe in chair, fondly known as Ox. Khaleesi. Off the ground, there goes Valilaroo. He goes short. He gets a quick bit of space. Just shy of the 22. Good breakdown work from Colby. Now pick up and go here from Damien Delendi. Matthew Carney getting in the way. A ball available for Grant Williams. Fires out to Francois Herman in the fridge. Playing in front of his home crowd. Oxen Chair now. Sits down. He's still going as Oxen Chair. He sits down. Wallace Satiti. Presented well to Grant Williams as well. Hodge Pollard with a bit of pace. No, come on, Shirley. Thank you. Penalty advantage right in front of the poles from Artie Severe. That's reckless from him. Massively reckless from him. PSF the toy. Pick up and go. Little chip over the top from Billy Roo. Kaden Moody is there. So he walked. It was knocked backwards and caught his Ratzimer, and Kaden Moody was not far away either. We should go back for the penalty. It's just in front of the poles. Whether we take the 3 points, I'll be very tempted to take the scrum. We've got 2.5 minutes left until we get Jasper Visa back on. I suppose is the only thing. But put Damien Delendi in the back of that scrum. Put Jesse Creel in the back of that scrum. I must say that I'm really enjoying this match so far. I'm quite liking. I'm quite liking the vibe. Right, we're going for the line, by the way. How's this a bit of confidence? Things you'd like to see. Being confident, going for the line, going for the try here. Bongi Minambi. And Ruan Nokia calls on himself, looking for the rolling more. Did he manage to get down? He's still up here, is Ruan Nokia. I think there's an argument for a penalty advantage. There is a penalty advantage, I think. No, one stop was the call. Damon Delendi. Sam Kane getting across. Had a solid start to the game here, Sam Kane. Now, Franz Malherbe. Box on the front foot here. Snipe showing go there from Grant Williams. Ball available for Damon Delendi. He shows and goes. Trying to draw in a couple of defenders. Slow ball here. Franz Malherbe is going to pick up and drive. Ball available for Grant Williams. He goes to Pierre-Steph the Toy. On the angle. Backed up by Sia Khaleesi. And won by Sam Kane. Not sure that was quite the play. You see, RC Russ was not happy with that. Maybe should have gone for the points. We were brave there. Pierre-Steph the Toy. Sia Khaleesi was a good runner in behind him. And Parliament's in going further than him. Then left him isolated. And I think it was Sam Kane who got over that ball. We all know is very good over the ground. Well, I'm glad we did our check-in with regards to what else we can call a beer. It was very informative. Clancy says, confidence isn't a bad thing, but they should have taken the points. Tend to agree. Must admit, tend to agree. If Jasper Wiese was on, I would have been tempted to take the scrum, because it has been so dominant. Not sure the line was the play, given the fact that we have also struggled with the lineouts. But right, really, really looking for options, and fires a terrible pass out to Cheslin Colby. Really, that was not your finest moment, my man. And it's pity because he had a couple of nice touches, actually. But that is the end of the yellow card for Jasper Wiese. So he will come on. We can take that off of the South African scoreboard. We will leave, however, the New Zealand one on because Stevie Reese is still on. Lucy says, like your commentary, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Quick line up there. Well, not quick, but promptly taken. And Rico Wani carrying it strongly. Sia Khaleesi making a tackle. Cordes Ratsma goes, looking for a bit of a wraparound. And ball at the top. That didn't look... Looked very flat. I was about to say, it didn't look backwards. And it is... indeed forward, so we will have a scrum, and we do have Jasper Wiese back, so we will have a full scrum contingent. And you can just see it was just the pressure slightly delaying, and he's very, very clearly forward. The ball at the top from Cortes Ratima to Asafa Amua. Right, come on, lads. Big scrum, yeah, penalty, get down, and off we go. Off we go. Right, we are now finally ready to get going. I'm not entirely sure what the break was there, but Jasper Wiese is back. Stevie Reese, however, is still on the pine. So ideally, quick scrum, penalty, and kick downfield. And hopefully have the line before we get Stevie Reese back on. No, no, we're gonna have a reset. Come on, people. Come on, people. Let's get going. Let's get going. Yeah, we can't wait this long every single time. All right, Scott Williams goes short to Damien Lindy at first receiver. And it's knocked on, knocked on, knocked on. Very, very frustrating. Ah! Well, we have another scrum here, so knock on there from South Africa. That's a bit frustrating because if we manage to get a decent scrum going on there, then life would have been a bit better. But anyway, we go again. We go again. And penalty for not rolling against Grant Williams. It's not going well yet, chaps. We need to start fixing this up a little bit. Stevie P watching on. And I wouldn't mind. That's definitely a Branders in hand, isn't it? We just know it's a Branders in hand with Steven Kitsoff. Not, I mean, I feel like I'm calling him an alcoholic, but I mean, he's not. He's the top G. We just like he's not going to come here and drink water. Like, come on, man. Man's got business to do. Right, so back to full position by the way. Dave McKenzie is taking the 3 points here. Boss says, hopes Ash comes on the next half, needs some tries. And Barker said, Endless says, Buck already won, we're just playing now. You're glad you're that confident. Decent kick there from Dave McKenzie. And New Zealand will double their lead and take a 6 points to 0 lead after almost half an hour. Luke says, he deserves the brand new mate. 100%. 100%. You will win 2 World Cups and a British National Alliance Series. You deserve all the brandy in the world. You have my blessing, mate. Right, good to take that from Villaroo, and then Chesson Colby not there, ready to receive it. Poor from Colby. Now Rico on long pass on the bounce to Jordy Barrett. Not too many options. Jordy Barrett decides to go to the boot. Now Pollard, options over here ahead of him. Goes to the boot. This is high in the air. Dave McKenzie comes up and away with it. Back to Will Jordan, assessing his options here. Will Jordan. Now Pollard is back. Pollard goes to Kane Moody. Kane Moody with a bit of space. He's been able to score a try against the All Blacks. Never lost a game, by the way, for the Springboks, says Kane Moody. Fun fact about him. Now Jasper Visa. And no release is the call, so it's been pinged as Artie Severe. We'll take that very, very gladly. And we are going to take the points. After all that, we're going to take the points. I think that's the right decision. We've not quite been at the race for the last few minutes, struggling a little bit. Let's get some points on the board and start building up a little bit of momentum. That's much better. It was a good kick there from Holland, and he splits the paws, and a very, very grumpy looking Rusty Erasmus looks on as we finally get some points on the board. 3 points to 6. I don't think it's going to be a close game. Right, now we kick down the left-hand side. It's a very nice to take out of the air by Ruan Nokia. He's had a very good few weeks in the Springbok jersey. And needs to use it quickly here, does Grant Williams. He got pinged in the first few minutes for not using it. Listen behind there, Kenny Moo's going to give chase. Kenny Moo's a nice tall customer. And it's been knocked into the hands of Sia Khaleesi, who's driving up with Artie Severe and Mark Taylor trying to bring him down. Now he's been held up, but there was a knock-on, so we're going to go back for the knock-on, and we will have a scrum. Hopefully try and get a penalty out of that scrum. Right, come on, lads. Nice penalty over here. Let's move into the other half. Let's go. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking here. Right, come on, lads. Come on, lads. Big scrum here on the 10-meter line here. Grant Williams with the ball in hand. Kenny Moody feeds it, and I think it was an early shove there, actually, to be honest. Ball available there for Jasper Vista. Gets away from Wallace to TT. Jasper Vista down the right-hand side. Good tackle from Artie Severe. And Cordy's Rats was over. Fucking penalty. Where's the support play? Grant, where are you, mate? That is your job. That is your job, is to provide some support. You know, your opposite number's busy winning the penalty. Where are you? Jasper Vista gets away from Wallace to TT. Has a breakdown on the right-hand side. Gets brought down by Artie Severe. Where are you, Grant? That's a great kick from Geordie Barrett. And where are you, Henry Moody? So he gets brought down here. Oh, it's a terrible breakdown. Grant Williams so busy trying to get the ball. You see, that's the problem. He was trying to get the ball, not tracking the player. Well, it's a bit of a messy line, and Cordy's Ratsman's going to have to go back and... now it's a good tackle there from Sia Khaleesi. Gets back up as well. Good work from the Springbok captain. Back inside their own half now, the All Blacks. Wallace to TT, brought down by Eben Etzebeth. Still inside their own half there. Could he look to go to the boot here as Cortez? Yeah, he asks for a blocker and does go to the boot. He's up to the pride far. Kenny moves underneath it. He'll look to run. Now he goes to Pollard. Not the best pass, but Pollard does it okay. Now Pollard looks for the little cross kick ahead for Ches and Colby. I think it's too much on it. He does actually bounce in. Knocked backwards by Rico Awani. Jesse Creel had a slight slip, but then gets up to make the tackle. Ches and Colby as well assisting. So New Zealand back with possession inside their own half on the far right-hand side of the field now. Ratchman goes to the left-hand side to Dave McKenzie. McKenzie goes to Scott Barrett. Wallace TT now makes a bit of a break. Grant Williams getting across, making the tackle. Gets off it away to Mark Talea. Wrapped up by Damien Delendi and Sia Khaleesi. Ratchman now arriving. Wallace TT pops it up to Will Jordan. Will Jordan with a bit of space. Draws in Kane and Moody. Now Geordie Barrett. Bumps off Sia Khaleesi. Peter Steph the Toy makes the tackle. Damien McKenzie pops it over to Rico Wani. Surely that's gone forward. Has gone forward. Thankfully, jeepers me. Come on, chaps. It's a sloppy. It's a sloppy. Come, big scrum here. 4 minutes left. Scrum, get into their own half. Grab a penalty. Go in half time. On even Stevens. Luke saying, also be a step, should have support on that scrum is blindside. Yeah, I must agree. You kind of wonder where everyone is. RDC comes with the back of the scrum, gets across, makes the tackle. And there were 2 All Blacks players there before there was one of our players there. So just the support players a bit annoying. Not the first time we've been slightly isolated as well. Got to back the players, lads. Second shot coming from the All Blacks. While Williams goes down the left-hand side. Villu at first. He goes Damon Delendi. Delendi straightens. Still going Damon Delendi. Nice leg drive from him. Gets himself into All Black territory. Here's Nkoi. Picks up and goes. Pops it up to Etzebeth. Williams now looking for options. Goes to Bongi Mbambi. Good tackle there from Tyro Lomax. It's a nice line being run by Bongi Mbambi. That's off his... What? Yeah, not convinced about that one. Not convinced about that one. Cody Taylor's won the ball in the breakdown, so he's back on, by the way, but I'm not convinced about that. Yeah, I think there could be a hairdryer treatment. Thrive asking, I wonder what the halftime chat's going to be. I think Rassi could be boxing a few players, yeah. Not been the start we'd like to see. But I'm not entirely convinced about this. Also, Oxenchair has been delayed. You see, I mean, I'm not convinced about that. Also, Oxenchair gets delayed getting to the breakdown because he's been tackled without the ball. So, argument about that, by the way. If he doesn't get tackled without the ball, Oxenchair gets there sooner and probably clears him out. So, it's a bit frustrating that. Satiti goes up and takes it well. Looking like a promising early more for the All Blacks outside the 22. 90 seconds left on the clock. Once as the call, Cody Taylor breaks. Pollard looking for trying and tackle the ball there. Now Wallace Satiti back on the front foot. He's had a busy half as the youngster. Presents for Cortes Ratimer. Goes to Artie Severe. Artie Severe goes to Dave McKenzie. McKenzie wrapped up by Kane and Moody. Right in front of Ruan Okia. That's if he's trying to get over the ball now. Cortes Ratimer goes short to Jordy Barrett. Pops it up to Cody Taylor. He's had a very busy half when he's been on as Cody Taylor. Pick up and go from Stevie Reese. Satiti pops it up. And it's a bit of a wild pass from Dave McKenzie. But Mark Talea steps inside of Kane and Moody. Now Jordy. And we turn over ball. We've been bundled into touch there, so it'll be an All Blacks line now. Just winning all the small battles at the moment, aren't they? So 20 seconds. I think at the moment, just get to half time, to be honest. Just get to half time. It's not been a half to be very proud of. Over the 15, RDCP comes away with it. The clock has gone red, so a little penalty or something over here. Gets to get to half time with a 3-point deficit. I do think still got the better bench, despite us not having, the bomb squad. I still think we've got a much stronger bench. Yasafisa doesn't. Oh, no ways! Well, it's going to be a 6-point deficit. Not rolling. Oh, come on, Matthew Carley. Right, they're going to take the 3 before half time here. Not been a great half. frustrating half, to be fair. I thought we had a couple of chances. But as the Dane McKenzie just pops it over, it'll be 9 points to 3, 6 points, which means, you know, you score a bit of try early in the second half and you go directly ahead. But need to be substantially better than we were over there. So lots to come. But no need to panic just yet. Rassie Rasmus are not looking particularly happy. I think he might be laying into the team a little bit, which, you know, if it needs to happen, needs to happen. But we'll be back very shortly after the break. If you please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're trying to get to 77,000 subscribers. We're very, very close to that. In fact, we're only 200 people away from that. So go and subscribe if you are new. And we will see you guys all very shortly. Right, and we are back. Welcome back, everybody, to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. For the second half, it is currently 9 points to 3. The All Blacks lead the Boks at half time. The penalty right on the edge of half time, doubling that lead there. It was a 3-point lead go just before, and then we conceded a penalty right at the end, which was a little bit frustrating. So lots of things to do in the second half. Have to get a lot more accurate, do the Boks, as the Potter goes down the middle of the park, and Kenny Moody makes a decent change, and Ruan Nokia's winning there first. Would have been perfect if he managed to get over the win early penalty. He could have halved that deficit. Yeah, we had chances in that first half, so a bit frustrating, really. And what's TT? Now makes a bit of a break, gets outside the 22. We tried to go for the try, for example, didn't manage to get it, whereas New Zealand have taken the points when they've been on offer, and very much reaping the rewards of it so far. The deep kick comes into Potter, who's going to look to survey his options. He's going to kick ahead and chase himself. A lot of All Black players to get through. Then he makes a tackle on David McKenzie. Well protected there was the All Black number 10. But very interesting to see how that happens when the bench comes on. There is no bomb squad in terms of a 6-2 split for the Boks, but there are some very good impact players to come on. And I think we'll probably see in the next 10 minutes. Viliru goes up and takes brilliantly. He's been really good under the high ball. There's a knock on there from the All Blacks, and Kenny Moo's going to come away with it and try and clean up. Should surely be a knock-on advantage, but ball is available. Grant Williams goes flat to Jasper Wiese. He pops it up to Oxenchair looking for options. Goes to Viliru goes to Damien Delende looking for options. Kind of drifting around. He gets away from Cody Taylor. Gets into the All Blacks half. Eventually brought down. And once again, another penalty at the breakdown. Our breakdown work has been terrible. Absolutely terrible today. We've had people are making breaks, and there's been no support whatsoever. So you either tell these people to wake up and to start adding a bit of support, or you get some players on, because this has been shocking. What is the point of making the breaks that we are making if you're just completely isolated and you lose the ball every single time? And it's not good enough. Yeah, we're on Nokia. Oxenchair getting there too late. Scott Barrett's over the ball already and says thank you very much. Actually unacceptable, to be honest. And now McKenzie's going to try and make, what is a 6-point lead, a 9-point lead. Pretty long kick this coming from Damien McKenzie. The accuracy looking a little bit down the right-hand side. I think he has pushed it slightly. And he didn't have the distance anyway, so Chloe's going to come away with it. And he will look to find touch. Doesn't find touch, though. Will Jordan finding a bit of space. David Delende over that ball. And he wins the breakdown. And then backwards to the call there. Nokia goes to Pollard to Viliru. Viliru, long pass out to Jesse Creel on the front foot. Jesse Creel pops up to Kenny Moody. Kenny Moody comes back inside. Good tackle there. But I think it was Marty Williams, actually. Ball available for Grant Williams. Pollard through the middle. Finding a bit of space. A bit of a mess, weird offload. And great take that from Viliru. Diving on the ball. Popping it up to Etzebeth, who's led to behind. Oxenchair picking it up. Sporadic at the moment. Disjointed from the box. Ball available for Grant Williams. Jasper Wiese doing good work at the breakdown. Bongi Manami puts his head down. Just very, very disjointed at the moment. That's kind of you feel. There's not much rhythm to the game. Viliru goes behind to Jesse Creel. Jesse Creel, haven't seen much of them in ball in hand. Gets away from Rico Awani. Tripping in the process. Eventually brought down. That's Visitor goes to Pollard. Pollard goes to Viliru on the outside. Viliru seeing a bit of space. Sends it flat to Peter Jeff the Toy. Peter Jeff the Toy on the left-hand side. Nice work that from Viliru. Much better. That's kind of the areas where you want to see him. Much better this from the box. 5 phases. Grant Williams now goes to Bruno Kier. Pops up to Villaroo at first receiver. Pollard now. Damien Dialendi. Goes to Creel. Good work from Cody Taylor. Solid carry though from Creel. Ball available for Caden Moody now. And he goes to Bruno Kier. Not too many options. He's going to go himself. That's for Visa. Pick up and go. And penalty advantage here as well. Pollard now. To Etzebeth. Etzebeth got Villaroo next to him. Villaroo with a bit of space. And on the barge, that's on the dive, throwing a 50-50 pass, and his hands in the hands of Will Jordan. But we will go back for the penalty, which is right in front of the poles. Much, much better. Get Villaroo into the game. You might not like him. He might do a couple of 50-50 passes. We are a better side when he's got more ball in hand and he's got space. There we saw 2 interventions from Villaroo. Get him the ball. Get him into space. You do that, you'll create opportunities. 100%. I promise you, you do that, you'll create opportunities. We've just done that. He's just done that twice, by the way. Get him the ball as much as you can. That is why he's in the team. Genuinely, that is why he's in the team. Right, well, yeah, here's a big call. So here comes Malcolm Marks for Bongi Imbanambi. I don't know if that's the only change. And Caden Moody's on. So Sasha's on for Andre Pollard. That's a nice change. And I think I'm pretty sure I saw Caden Moody going off. Yeah, which means that Akanya must be on. That's an interesting decision. Probably Akanya at 13. Creel moved to the wing. Not a man. I don't mind that, to be fair. Does exactly no. In fact, yeah, Creel looks like he's gone to the wing. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's happened. And it looks like Pollard's still on the park, by the way. So I think they might have brought up the wrong... Yeah, Pollard's still in the park. I don't think Sasha's come on. I think it's Lecanio who's come on. Because Villaroo's still on. Yeah, Lecanio's come on and Pollard has stayed on for now. Well, we're going for the corner, by the way. We're going for the try. So first thing first, Malcolm needs to slap bang hit the line-out jumper, which will be Ruan Nokia. It is Ruan Nokia. Going for the rolling more here. Malcolm Marks, by the way, currently I think the 5th joint high scorer, and he goes himself. Still goes Malcolm. Nice, very good work from him. Grant now goes to Peter Steps, coming around the corner. I'm desperate trying to get out the way. Does do it very, very well. Ball available for Grant Williams, and he goes to Sia Khaleesi, spins away from 1. Good work there from the captain. Quick ball in from Grant Williams. Malcolm Marks! Just short. Grant Williams looking for options. Pops up to Oxenshare. Creel coming off the wing to help him. Penalty advantage for the box. Come on, lad. Come on, lads. Grant Williams goes to Jasper Visa. The wrecking ball. Jasper Visa just short. Ball available. Even Esmith looking for pick up and go. He puts it to the phone. Has he got there? Or is he just short? We might have a look here. Cardi says, whoa. Whoa. Don't know me with a whoa. I'm panicking here. There was a penalty advantage. I think we might have a look here, but regardless of it, we will go back for a minimum of a penalty. I think we're going to see, I think we're going to see, is there grounding here from in, or is he short? If nothing else, we'll go back for the penalty. And I think we actually might take another scrum, another line out. I think he's just short there, to be perfectly honest. I think he's a bit short. It's not what you want to hear, but I think he's short. Is there anything on the line here? So he picks up and goes. We need like a side-on angle here. I don't think we're going to get it. Yeah, here we go. This is a bit of angle. Going to the first angle. He picks up and goes. He sees a bit of space. Oh, I tell you what. That almost looks like it's on the line. I didn't hear the ref call, so I'm not entirely sure if he said on-field decision was try. I do apologize, but I did miss it. Here we go. We got a decision. No try is the call. Go back for the penalty. But so much better. By far, the best passive play we've had all game. We need to see a lot more of that. We'll come back here. Penalty for offside. And with that momentum, I'll be very, very tempted to have another go. Right, decision time here, people. And we are going to go for the line. Go down the left-hand side. Come on, lads. Score a try, and we're 1 point behind. Get the conversion, and we're actually ahead. 2 balls in the field at the moment. Frustrating because it's a good line-out. Right, now they go to Piestev. At the back of the line, looking for the road anymore. Malcolm Marks joins it. Now it's a bit of shove. Once is the call. On the left-hand side, I think it's looking pretty tempting. No, to the right, and Cody Taylor wraps him up. And penalty off his feet, I think, against Sam Kane. Another penalty. Go to the corner once again. Go to the corner once again. Go to the corner once again. That's now 2 penalties in a row. Yep, going to the corner once again. Relentless pressure. Come on, lads. One more penalty here, and you've got to feel it's probably a yellow card. So it's good pressure here. You can see Sam Kane clearly off his feet, then has to go at the ball. One more penalty, and you've got to think it's a yellow card here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Chesney Colby's taking the line out. We're just taking the piss here. We are honestly just taking the piss. Chesney Colby has just taken the line out. I actually don't know what to say about that. Right, Malcolm Marks on the front foot, almost through. Come on! Over we go. Captain Fantastic with a broken nose and all of that. He goes over. There it is. Chesney Colby's taking line-outs. Siakalisi scoring tries. Steve is drinking beer. So much pressure. So much pressure. I cannot believe we're taking the piss though, and Chesney Colby's throwing in balls into the line-outs. And the conversion is good. And we do take the lead for the first time of the match. Come on, the lads. Massive moment in the game. Hopefully that's a bit of a momentum shift as well. We've been waiting for it. Waiting for that first try, that first moment. And the pressure, I think, for me, that's the most important thing. Bugger the try. The pressure of that was so important because it was relentless. It was really, really good. Now, kick on from that. Secure the line. Yep, good work from Spivisa there. He's had another strong game, by the way. Now, Grant Williams goes to the boot. Lots of chases there, including Eben Etzebeth. It's going to be allowed to bounce. And Norkia blocks it back and falls into the hands of Ponche Pollard, then loses it forward. Villaroo almost jumps onto it, but it's a knock-on. We'll go back for the scrum. Okay, I'm still trying to work out the fact that Chesney Colby just took the line out there. Like, can we have some respect for the game here, people? Come on, lads. Some good momentum, though. Come on, big scrum here now. Big scrum needed. Who's saying that Colby Lyons are better than Bongi? Well, he's got a 100% line success rate. I can't say the same about Bongi, to be fair. Now McKenzie goes to Antonina Brown, who's just come on. And TJ Perenard is on as well. McKenzie goes to Marty Williams, goes short to Cody Taylor, goes to Jordy Barrett, who knocks it backwards. The Kanya trying to get through some traffic. Rico Awani's on. He's gone to the wing, actually. Flying with his feet. Yeah, thank you very much. See, very, very quick there on Jordy Barrett. He came flying off his feet. And, yeah, the referee aware to that agrees as well. There comes Sasha and Vincent. You can see Jordy Barrett clearly off his feet going into the breakdown there. Pretty easy penalty to award, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, here comes Sasha. He does replace Pollard. He will see out the last 28 minutes. Big moment this for Sasha Famigomazulu in front of his home fans as well. He was born and bred in Cape Town. He's played in Cape Town all his life. He's grown up there. He's made his debut in the stadium. And now he's playing for the Boks at 10 against the All Blacks with 28 minutes to go. What a moment for him. And Jasper Wiese, by the way, going off as well for Albert Lowe. And Vincent Koch on for France Herbert. So here we go, adding a couple of replacements. We've sensed a bit of a change in momentum. Now we've got to try and keep the momentum going. Good line out there from Etzebeth. Pops it up to Grant Williams. Sia Khaleesi with a bit of a run. That's better. Now Grant Williams is going to go to the boot. Seems to be just a little bit more accurate at the moment. Gives chase here. Does Jesse Creel. He's now playing out on the wing. And it comes off them and force to Albert Lowe. He's still going. Good work there from Albert Lowe. Grant Williams, quick ball. Flies it out to Oxenshire. He pops up to Sash Famagomazulu. And I had no other options. They probably should have taken himself, Sasha. Stevie Reese now. Surely it's pick up and going. Yeah, it is a penalty. Thank you very much. Take the points. Take the points there. Offside is the call. I think it was tackled and then didn't release the ball and then got back up to his feet. But it's a penalty right in front of the poles. Take the points here, boys. Take the points. Get that up to a 4-point margin. We're now ahead. Let's stay ahead. So much better, though. So much better. If you are new, by the way, please do subscribe to the channel. We're sitting at 51 subscribers short of... so the call is that Sam Cane charged that ball down. Stevie Reese is ahead of him, therefore an offside position. That's where the call came in. We're 51 subscribers away from 77,000. We're trying to get to 80,000 by the end of the year. We'll be very cool if we can get to 80,000 by the end of the Rugby Championship. So, there's like over 2,000 of you watching, of which I reckon maybe probably more than 1,000 aren't subscribed. So we can actually do that right now if we wanted to. Sash Famagomazulu looked a little bit like it was going down the left, but does straighten. 3 points in the bag, 13 points to 9. Much better than this, boys. So, if even half of that, 1,000 people who aren't subscribed, do subscribe, then suddenly we get halfway there. So, long-winded way of saying just subscribe to the channel because, it helps us and, it costs you nothing. Costs you literally nothing. You just press a little button. But it's a nice little, gimme for me. Down the center of the park, and it's a good take that from Pierre Steph the Toy. By the way, Gerard Sterrekamp is on for Retechova Ditswe and Chair. Gonna get my tongue moving with those names. And Grant Williams goes to the boot once again. Sia Khaleesi, Jesse Creel, and Evan Smith gives chase. Creel goes up trying, and it goes down. Sam Cane dives on it, so it's available for Perenaro. He goes to RCA, pops up Dave McKenzie, who then decides to go on the left-hand side. And it's a very good read that from Sia Khaleesi. Smashes Jordy Barrett. And B gets up as well. But almost coming out. Perenaro sends it out to Rico Awani. So both the 13s currently playing on the wing, both Rico and Jesse. So they'll be up against each other. Perenaro now going to Scott Barrett as captain. All Blacks but deep inside their own half. 25 minutes left. It kind of comes in two. So game management mode doesn't always. He knocked it backwards as the call. Rico Awani Good tackle that from Vincent Koch. Perrinar's been under a lot of scrutiny, and this will be his last season for the All Blacks. He's going to Japan at the end of it, I think it is. Signed a contract. I don't think it's a sabbatical. Oh, it's a 1-year sabbatical. Almost charged down by Etzebeth. Lifts into the boot there. Sashes underneath it, and he spills it backwards. But Albert Lowe is there to clean up. Does very well. Shouldn't have spilled that sash. Was under no pressure, really. Just got it very wrong. Grant Williams is now going to return the favour. He's going to go to the boot himself. Now, in fact, he pops it up to Vincent Koch. I think he probably wants a better angle to work with. And then there's no cleaning, and we lose the penalty. Etzebeth not happy about that at all, though. Has had a few words with Matthew Carley. That's a bit frustrating. You see, it's amazing. You know, I asked you all the buggers to subscribe, and we're one person away from 70,000. So I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. I'm going to refresh, and we should get to 70,000. Although I know the one on screen, it takes a bit of a while to update, but I can tell you on my side, when we get to 77,000, oh, it's a nice sunset. Back to the action, people. Why am I looking at a Cape Town sunset? I don't want to be looking at a Cape Town sunset. I want to be looking at a Cape Town stadium. There we go. Oh, there's a mountain in the back. Get to business, people. Cody Taylor's about to feed the line out with 4 points. Quacker Smith's on. Life is good. Come on, the Quacker. And Sia Khaleesi, another strong game from him. He's off. Scored the early try of the match so far. And had a very nice tackle aid on as well. So he goes off after 56 minutes. Now flat ball there to prepare over Antonina Brown. Ball at the top for McKenzie. Rico Wani, ball over the top. Having to scramble here. Sevi Reese is going in for the corner. Throws it back inside to McKenzie. Someone needs to make the tackle. I think he's actually lost in contact. No, he hasn't. Wallace Titi pops it up to Tupo Va. Tupo Va steps back on the inside. Scramble defense this year for the box. Sevi Reese. Malcolm Marsh trying to get over that ball there. McKenzie, I think if this goes out wide, we could be in trouble. Billy LaRue, good tackle there. I think, was there anybody outside Will Jordan? I don't think so, actually. Interesting. Should have been somebody on the outside. Wasn't. Good work this now from the box. They've all regathered. Penalty advantage there for not rolling. Not sure who it's against. I think it could be Jesse Kuhl who's lying. No, it's Eben Etzebeth who's lying in the bank. Now, long pass over the top there from Dave McKenzie. Jason Colby's on it. And he gets away from him, does Rico Wani. He's touched by Mogomo Zulu. Makes the tackle. Ball goes back inside. And they've lost it. We'll go back for the penalty. Decision time now for the All Blacks, though. Do they go for the corner? Do they take the points, get themselves back within 1 point? It now becomes a very, very interesting game of cat and mouse. To answer your question, well, I think that somebody's asking how the graphic is generated. It's all data feeds, basically. So I've actually got no control over when the score gets updated, for example, and that it's all data feeds. So it's people who are out there recording data and stuff like that, and that feeds into a system, which then produces the scoreboard and the timer and stuff like that. So I actually have no influence on that. And if you guys were an early subscriber, you would be very appreciative because Steve used to just forget to update the scoreboard. And you'd be like 2 tries, and be celebrating, and the score would still be 0. There'd be yellow cards that forgot to take up. Yeah, no, it was a disaster. It was a disaster. The time would have been stopped for like 20 minutes. I would have been commentating on rugby while the timer was stopped, or the timer wouldn't have been stopped, and it's like 95 minutes, and everybody's like, why the hell are we still playing? So, yeah, long story short, it is all data pulled in data. So, yeah, that is how it all works. Another substitution for South Africa, Jaden Hendrickse will get his first taste of Springbok action this year. I'm a big Jaden Hendrickse fan, and I was criticised for saying that I think he should have started. I still think he probably should have started. I think Grant Williams, I'll tell you what, Anthony Brown's almost made a hatch of that. Dave McKenzie eventually does find a good touch finder. But I think Jaden Hendrickse is absolutely made for test match rugby. I think he manages the game so well. I think his tactical kicking is so on point. I think he was made to play test matches. So he is now on the park, and he's got to see out the last 20 minutes or so. Right, here comes Bowden Barrett, by the way, as well as Luke Jacobson. And very interesting decision to decide, because this is what the All Blacks wanted, is they wanted experience to come on in this sort of stage of the game. So they didn't have that drop-off. And Sasha Fango goes flat to Albert Lowe. I think the only players we still have on the bench here... There's no one, actually. Yeah, we've got a complete bench on. Yeah, we've got no more subs left. Oh, that's a horrible pass. He's going to have to go back and been kicked ahead. And Lukanya dives on it. Very, very good work there from Lukanya Jaden Henson popping up to Vincent Koch. Vincent Koch, no any options, decides to go himself. Brought down by Artie Severe. Hendrickson now goes to Billy LaRue. Billy LaRue got Sash Farmington on the right-hand side. Sash was calling for it. He wants to go himself. Bit of a slip. Gets back on his feet. And tell you what, we'll talk about in a moment now. But a shout-out to Wallace Atiti, because I thought he had... Jesse Creel losing it forward there. And just saying, oh dear, in the process. Pity, it could have been on there. So Will Jordan's off, by the way. So Bowden Barrett's gone straight to full back. Will Jordan will not go to the wing. He has been subbed. Completely. Which is an interesting decision. Right, so 54% possession so far. 19 minutes to go. Only 1 point. I'd really like to see another try. But this is going to be the first scrum since we've had the new replacements. So big opportunity here to try and set the precedent here. I think Tamati Williams is still on. We haven't had any other... and Cody Taylor's back on. So still the original front row for the All Blacks. And Sam Davies still on the park as well. It's gone down, but ball available for Perinari. Fires it off to Rico Wani. Pops up to Dave McKenzie. Having to get across here as Damien Delendi. Oh, Billy LaRue's come through and almost taken it. It is a knock-on, to be fair. No, not going to be a penalty. It is a knock-on. Couple of afters. I think that's a fair enough call. Billy LaRue had to make that read. I think they'll ask about a penalty, but I think that it was a very genuine attempt at the inset there from Billy LaRue, which he had to make, because I think if that ball went to hand, then this is try time. But look at this. Popping up over here. He's very, very clearly going for it. Unless they've changed the decision based on the replay. There was a whistle here. They're going to have a look at this here. I think Billy LaRue could be in trouble. Very interesting to see what they do here. You're watching in real time over here. So looking to see if this is cynical or anything like that in terms of a yellow card. I mean, I don't think he's actually far away from taking this, to be honest. Bit of a dump off from Bowden Barrett, which I don't think was well appreciated by Albert Lowe. Could be a yellow card. I think probably a penalty minimum here from Billy LaRue. And I think he's been binned. He has been binned. That's a very, very big call for Matthew Carley. I feel it's a bit harsh. I mean, look. Was he going to regather? The problem is it's a one-arm thing, though. But I think that he's not far away from taking that. And so we're now going to play... we're now going to play the last 20 minutes with... the last 10 of the last 18 with 14 men. Billy LaRue in the bin. Not ideal. And McKenzie now to kick the All Blacks into the lead. They kicking the match this over here to retake the lead. Come on, miss it, you. I think he has, you know. Oh, it's off the post. But Jordy Barrett's taking it. Quacker Smith's around there. Quacker Smith's got his hands on the ball. Ball's gone backwards. Artie Spear's gone to go clean up. Lukanya Ammer's there. All Blacks with possession. The ball's out, boys. Tubo Vai. Malcolm Marks and Quacker Smith both lurking. Big breakdown threat over there. Artie Severe. Good tackle there from Gessie Creel and Eben Etzebeth. Good tackle there from Ruben Okia. Perenard on the right-hand side. All Blacks with some momentum here. Jacobson now. Looking to try to root the ball in the tackle is Malcolm Marks. Perenard back down the left-hand side. Williams. He's interesting. We don't see... Oh, bit of Antonio Brown. A good tackle from Lekanya and Jesse Crew. Had a bit of space on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, rather. Artie Severe now. Going through the phase. 7 phases so far from the All Blacks. McKenzie fires it out. And shifting here well as Jaden Hendricks. So Cody Taylor gets inside him. Makes a good tackle as Damien Delendi. Now Perenard. Oh, that's not forward by Scott Barrett. Not Quacker. Gets reined in. He was presenting it for Peter Steph the toy. He wanted to just secure it. And Everton now just waits. And now he puts down the pedal to the middle. Turnover ball up to the 10-meter line. That's such good work. Massive mistake that from Scott Barrett. Oh, numbers. Numbers, Damien. Damien, numbers. Numbers, Lacanyo. Pops it up, and great take that from Damien Delendi to Vincent Cock. Wrap around from Sash Famagomazulu. Steps away from Jacobson. Runs into Vincent Cock, who does well to secure the ball. Ball available for Jaden Hendricks. Damien Delendi goes short to Malcolm Marks. He decides to go himself. A bit of more space than I think they realised, really. Pick up and go. You have Damien Delendi goes to Etzebeth. He goes out to Colby. Colby's going to sort of shift on the inside here. No real urgency from the Bok players. Take the ball into contact, and fair enough, really. You know, if you're not going to come at me, why am I going to take it to contact? Now Vincent Cock, he goes a bit more direct. Win and Dar, give it to the tight head. Hendrickson now back to Sash Famagomazulu. You got chip over the top, but it's been too low. It's been charged down. Now he's over the ball. Penalty, come on the halfway line. Dare he do it? Dare he do it? Oh, the split frame there of the coaches is brilliant. Huge moment. I wanna know you be my girl. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, Sasha. I wanna know, will you be my goat? Right, Sasha's going to have a go here. This is a huge kick in the match. First of all, it winds a bit of time down. And if he gets this, then that restores that 4-point cushion. Massive kick this year from Sasha. And he's hooked it pretty badly as well. Not great from him, if we're going to be brutally honest. Pity, but we have run a bit of time down at least, and nothing else. So it will be a 22 dropout. Right, well taken from David. He pops up to Alwood Low. Alwood Low needs to bash it up. And Tupavai, we've been so bad at the breakdown. Tupavai wins the penalty now. Our breakdown work has been shocking. Absolutely shocking. So I'm just making sure that we're all sorted for our post-match stuff. Oh dear. And this is, yeah, it's just too slow. We've been too slow at the breakdown. Right, 12 minutes left, 4 minutes left on the card to Veru, and Ofa Tuonga Farsi, one of the most experienced players in the side, is on for Tamati Williams. Good lineup though, but pretty good. Oh, I'll tell you what, James Kennedy to use it. Jane Henshaw says that he saw a knock on, and Matt Carley is agreeing, so it is going to be a scrum. We gotta try and find some more points here. Even if it's just a penalty, just get us away from that last minute. I will not be losing to a last minute penalty. I will cry. I mean, I probably won't. This is a bit emotional, but maybe I will. But yeah. In terms of the post-match, by the way, I'm going to probably drop the player ratings link after the game. Oh, I'm going to drop it now, basically. And you can go and rate the players between 1 and 10. And I'll drop it in about 5 minutes. So basically, what we're going to do is after this, we move straight into our player rating show. We're basically going to rate every single player 1 to 10. And we then award our own Forever Sports Man of the Match. So that is the plan for afterwards. Sash Famagamazu gets very much caught on the ball, but we're going to go all the way back for the penalty from the scrum. Things you love to see. Kick this downfield, 2.5 minutes, get Vililu back on the park. We're finally getting some scrum penalties, which we didn't get last week at all. Right, 10 minutes left. 1 point is the margin. Malcolm Marks ball in hand. And they steal the line out at the front. Good, a great take from Tupo by the lines have been seriously contested now. McKenzie fires it short to Arnold Leonard Brown. Leonard Brown goes on wide, Bowden bad. Space on the right-hand side here. Xavier Reese comes back inside. Throws it to Sam Kane. Driven backwards. TJ Perenara now goes to McKenzie. McKenzie goes to Cody Taylor. Jordy Barrett. Brought down by Gerard Stennekamp. Stolen by Malcolm Marks. Oh, no ways! It's for the non-rolling. He's not even there. He's not even at the flipping ruck. That is a... Yo, that's right in front of the poles. That'll be us behind now. I mean, in terms of rolling away from Gerard Stennekamp, no, I'm sorry, Matthew Carley, no, you can't roll away better than that. And I mean, the argument against would be that he's impacting the steal on the fact that he's allowing. No, I'm sorry. As he went down, Malcolm Marks on a flash, Gerard Stennekamp, a second maybe he's influencing that, if that. I think that's a harsh call. Dan McKenzie from right out in front with 8 minutes left on the park. We should be able to get Jasper Wiese on very short. Oh, I'll tell you what. He's missed it. He's missed it from right in front. Damian McKenzie, please collect your SAF considership on the way out. You can come play for the Lions. I will pay your wages myself. How about a 6-pack and all the biltong you need? That is huge. I can't believe he's actually missed that. How has he missed that? Well, that is a huge get out of jail free card. Dan McKenzie missing that literally right in front of the poles. I'm hoping my graphic showed you just how in front of poles that was. That is bizarre. Scott Robertson's fuming. And I would also be fuming if I was him. Yo, that was Marnie Liebach. Yeesh. There is McKenzie. Big tackle on him. Bowden Barrett now. He goes to Bubas. Charge down. Turnover ball. Damon Lindy comes away with it. Come on, find a penalty and find 3 points here. Jaden Hendrickson. He decides to go over the top. Oh, I'll tell you what, Colby's been taking penalty advantage. And it's going to be where the ball lands as well. Take the 3. And it's going to yellow card. Come on, man. Love me a chain of events. Jaden Hendrickson, that is so intelligent. The rugby IQ, by the way, for that kick. Saw the space, the call came from, he dummied it and then kicked over the top. Clearly. Oh, does he run into him? To a low max. He does have an arm. He does, I don't think. Yeah, he's there to tackle him, to be fair. Yeah, it's the call, it's the other card. And now the All Blacks will finish with 14 men while we get our 15th man back. That is the 4th card of the game, by the way. 2 apiece. And Tyrrell Lomax, who's had a good game. He has had a good game. He will finish the game. And, you know, spare a thought for his replacement. Because Fletcher Newell's not going to get a second out there. Right, now... I mean, the yellow card review, I don't think it's not a red card. I mean, come on, let's be very serious. It's not a red card. It's cynical. It is a penalty. We are going for the corner here, by the way. We're not taking the points. Huge call. It's an interesting call, isn't it? Because you take the points, you can, you know, you get yourself 4 ahead in total. So you get yourself out of that penalty margin. And you can wind down 60 seconds. Go to the corner. You're going to wind down more than 60 seconds. You're going to wind down at least 2-3 minutes. But you score here, that could be game done. So this is a huge, huge call. We've got 7 minutes left. And the main thing is this is running down time. Running down time. I'll tell you what, I've almost been tempted to scrum. You've just lost the tight head. If you ask for a scrum, Fletcher Newell has to come on, so you're going to have to sacrifice a player. And then you've got a tight head on who hasn't scrummed yet. You've just got Jasper Wiese back. Tell you what, just, the more I say, the more it makes sense. But first things first, nail the line out. And we do nail the line out. Now nail the rolling more, get a try, give me that Freedom Cup. I will fly down, personally down here, put me on a bullet train, and I will accept it. Thank you very much, boys. I'd like to thank the Buggers for winning this. Come on, man. Malcolm Marks. And he goes, oh, that's what you get, you prick. Yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer person. He's so busy complaining to the referee. And Malcolm Marks goes down the short side, scores, and that should be that. Come on. Yeah, you want to go beat women? Guess what? Up yours. Malcolm Marks has been so good since he's come on. And there it is. There it is. And he's so busy complaining to the referee, and Malcolm Marks notices and says, thank you very much. He didn't even get touched. You can see the ref's asking, bang, here he goes. He's also got Jaden Henderson on the shoulder anyway. And it's a pretty poor kick from Sasha, to be honest. It's an important kick, that, because that's... that would have made it an 8-point game, which means that would have needed more than a converted try. A converted try now would still get them the victory. So it's not quite done, but it's a big moment. Right, I'm going to drop the player ratings, by the way, in the comments. And you guys can go straight. Oh, that's a great take from Lakanya. He's also actually he's lost forward there, so knock on advantage. Oh no, we'll take a scrum. We'll just waste another minute. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, this is so big if we get over the line here. This is absolutely massive. Massive, 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 massive. Come on, scrum penalty here, kick downfield, and just go to work, boys. Go to work. Sasha, by the way, is 0 from 2, or 0 from 3, 0 from 2. Not kicked well tonight. Fletcher Newell, by the way, has had to come on. They've sacrificed Rico Awani, so they've opted to keep a full scrum. So there'll be that overlap there on that that right-hand side where he was playing on the wing. Big scrum there. Hendrickson goes on the right hand side. Fires Sasha Famagoma Zulu. He's going himself as Sasha. Gets through the one. The Kanya, I'm trying to make himself an option. He does it. Oh, stay in. Oh! That stayed in. Yeah, Jesse Creel and Lakanya bearing down on that. Sia Khaleesi looking on. I think his nose is broken again, by the way. Not a bad option though from Sasha. Just needed to stay in. Nice little break. Bang says thank you very much. Gets away from Perinara, and you can see the Kanyam busting a gut to get there. I think just needed to dab it ahead. I don't think you need to kick it to the sideways. You can see, you probably like, look, it's fine, Sasha. It's very well played in the end, but I think if he kicks it ahead, I think it's try time, to be honest. Whereas he tries to kick it to the side, almost to Jesse Creel, and just put far too much on it. But either way, the All Blacks inside their own 22. This is where we want to be at, and now I want to see a little Quacker Smith penalty turnover, like a little Ulrich Low over that ball. Quacker Smith. That's my favorite moment of the game. They were complaining about Ulrich Lowe holding it, and Quacker Smith is just beating him, just slapping his ass, saying, hey, let go. Don't want to take that from Chase and Colby. Oh, it's getting dirty out here. Box with ball in hand inside the 22. One penalty here, and we take the game. Yeah, boys, come on. Pick up and go from Peter Steph the toy. He's not waiting on anyone. He never does he? Quacker Smith now. Leaves it for Gerard Stellenkamp. And he goes himself. Etzebeth there. Alright, Severe had to go, but missed it. Henderson now goes to Albert Lowe. Henderson once again goes to Vitsukoch this time. That's a nice little carry from him. Peter Steph the toy. Quacker Smith now with a bit of a run-up. Good work from him. Ball available for Hendrickson. Just patience, boy. One more try and the game's done. A penalty and the game's done. This is just about patience here. Does he go back into the pocket here? Sash Famagomazulu, he's thinking about it. Not quite dropping in there yet. No, he's gone. Check the Colby's going to have a go. And he's missed it. Why would you do that? Why? Like, I mean, but you've got Sasha next to you. Why would you not leave it for him? Also, why would you not keep playing, guys? We had 2 minutes left. And he's completely snatched at it. One more ruck. Get Sasha back into the pocket and then have a go. Like, that was a weird one from Cheslin. I love you, Cheslin. Absolute goat. Look, I mean, if you'd gotten that. Imagine, as Cheslin Colby as a wing, you can say that you, first of all, well, the All Blacks are throwing the ball around in their own 22. Boys, you guys are the ones trailing. You know, and then now they're going to pump it downfield. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Villiers back on the park, by the way. I think, yeah, of course he is. I've even taken it now. Sash Famagomazulu chips it up and he gets chased himself. And he almost takes it. It comes out the side and instead of Reese then loses it backwards. And we've picked it up. I think we're going to go back for a knock-on. I don't know whose knock-on. It's going to be a knock-on. What I was saying is, imagine Chase and Colby's game. You know, no tries, but, you know, 100% non-success rate. And a drop goal. Weird thing. And funny enough, he's 4 points away from getting to 100 points for South Africa. Right, there's an All Black scrum. There's less than a minute on the clock. Like 59 seconds to be exact. So, yeah, win this penalty, boys, and we're A for away. Come on, boys. Big scrum coming, but well held there. Right, the All Blacks need to go end to end here. Just need to defend now, boys. Come on, just need to defend. Quacker Smith trying to get over the ball there. Penalty advantage for not rolling. Angelina Brown. Now on the right-hand side. Oh, that's a great tackle that coming from Malcolm Marks. Goodness me. Good defenses. They've got penalty advantage here. No penalty advantage says Matthew Carter will go back for the penalty. They'll kick themselves back into our own half. All right, so they're gonna go off the line. He has to get. Well, it's gone red, so he needs to. I mean, he will. He obviously, fine touch, but it can't be too greedy because if they don't get this out, and that's the end of the game. So we're not making any mistakes there, Jordy Barrett. Just before the 10-meter line. Come on, boys. Just defend. compete, yeah, I would compete. If I was Ruan Nokia, I'd go up here. Right, Crote with ball in hand. He's basically almost gone the full 80. Played very well. And we have competed it. And Ruan Nokia is going to the Freedom Cup is ours, boys. Yeah, lucky Razor. No, shame. I actually quite like him. But here we go, boys. Rusty Rasmus smiles. The Springboks have done it. World Cup champions. Now the Freedom Cup holders. That should be enough as well to basically all but seal the Rugby Championships. 4 games in a row against the All Blacks for the first time ever. Let's get this party started. Thank you very much, people. Thank you very much. Liam earlier saying a bit nervous about this chap, but hopefully we pulled it through. We did. People, you guys have been an absolute treat. Please do subscribe on the way out. We are way past 77,000 subscribers and appreciate your work doing it. We're going to send you straight to the player ratings and we're going to get stuck into really getting to grips with what we've just seen, which is another comeback in many ways after trailing, but 4 games in a row against the All Blacks that we have won. That is absolutely massive and just so chuffed to get that Freedom Cup, which we haven't had since 2010. It's all happening. It's all happening. People, you guys have been fantastic. We will see you guys very shortly on the player ratings. You don't have to do anything, by the way. This stream will end. It'll send you directly there. You go rate the players on the website.